Check. Okay.
The meetings, we have to hit, got it?
Yep, we're recording.
Do you have to hit got it though?
Do you do it on yours?
It's recording here.
I know, but are you gonna hit got it?
Yeah, right.
Do you see the screen?
I'll do it
See the
on this
screen
one.
up there?
It's not recording.
So we can see the screen.
Oh, okay, yes.
There you go. Okay,
I don't have it, got it over here.
got it. All right, so it's being October 19th, 7 o'clock. The Bellingham Board of Health meeting has started. Kelly McGovern chair. Let's see, Benny Forty Junior vice chair, Tricia Leclerc member, Bruce Wilson health agent, Tina Griffin our minutes clerk. And do we have anybody else? Is Robbie on or no? I don't think so.
I guess once they can.
All right, so our first order of business is the review of October 5th meeting minutes. And
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from October 5th as written.
I abstain. Oh, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Okay. You got me, Tricia. Okay, next are updates on COVID policies and procedures.
Okay, so our numbers are slightly down from Monday. We had 14 cases. The state numbers are down. So everything is starting to be positive. Yeah, it looks good. The 5 to 11-year-olds look like they'll be eligible for vaccine the first week in November. So I had conversations with Peter today of possibly holding a clinic at the school to get the 5 to 11, and then if we can get the schools percent up to 80%, that we could lose the mask. So Peter's going to do
Is 80% the standard?
that's what the state, the
The state
CDC has
has
recommended. If you can get the 80%, I think it's more.
Where are we
teachers
now
association.
on the school?
66%, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
pretty
So we're
close
close.
there.
Yeah.
It's pretty
That's
close, good.
So I
Pretty
need
close.
14. That should be easy.
So hopefully they get it approved. I think Pfizer is probably going to be the only one that's got the approval for the younger ones. Although
Yeah.
Moderna's working on it. But,
Yeah.
That's great.
and then Moderna and J&J have been approved for the boosters.
Okay, they haven't approved, but they haven't distributed yet because
They got to
I asked Walgreens about that. They said they don't have Moderna yet.
actually Walgreens has Moderna, but you have to have the when you're over 65.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
be able to get it.
Yeah, okay.
You have to have the comorbidity to be over 65. or high risk.
Yeah. Well, I'm over 70, so. Get older by the day.
Just walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk in, or you can go online and set up an appointment ahead of time.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
You may want to do that, that way you don't have to wait in line.
right.
Although they don't seem to be too busy. I mean, I
I
just
don't think-
walked right in.
I think most people are just booking them online,
Yeah,
getting the time slot.
Yeah,
So they don't have to
okay.
wait around.
Where you do go to Walgreens?
that's what I did.
Booster?
I got that
Okay,
Walgreens
fine.
booster. That's why I had double purpose there. I wanted to meet the pharmacist so we could get our little flu clinics.
Okay, fine. Okay, so Walmart.com. Oh,
If you do go to Walmart, the pharmacist is there from 9 to 1 and then 2 to 4.
okay,
Don't try to go from 1 to 2.
okay. At lunch. Got it.
Is that all the updates I could do?
Yeah,
I've got an update. The woman the retired nurse who's part of the MRC Worcester is available to starting December 1st.
okay.
They've been approved nurse.
Okay.
So we would have to get her a login and a password.
Yeah, I
I'm
love,
still waiting for my login and password.
oh, we were supposed to get Trisha. on.
No, we did. We sent it in. They haven't sent out. Let me,
Alright, so maybe it takes some time.
I'll,
She will do.
yeah,
well.
they want to slow over there.
Huh.
They cut back their staff big time.
She can do 4 to 5 hours a week.
Okay,
That's 20 hours a month.
Right.
So
that's
that
good.
should help alleviate, and this is
Right.
volunteer.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So this will help with.
I agree.
Esther bill.
do you have name and email address?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right, good, thank you.
Yeah, is that-
Great job there.
So Trish, I'll follow up on that. You should have got something.
Maybe it's in your email.
Where does it come from? Who's the email?
It's coming from MIIS.
I'll look
Missing
before
it. Missing
I,
it.
yeah, let me look before,
Okay.
You didn't get it.
yeah,
Just in case.
because I would have been looking, thinking it was coming from like one of you guys, that they would have sent it to you, I didn't know if it
Oh,
would
yeah.
come to me.
It could go to
directly.
spam too sometimes. but yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I know. Some of my stuff, I gotta check. It goes, gets kicked in.
All right,
All right, so the next on the agenda is permit fee updates.
Okay, so I took a look and it's been quite a while since we've updated our permits. So I've got a sheet here with suggested fees. I've checked with other towns and stuff, and this number would still be below with other towns, but gets us closer. The big thing is, right now, we have a perk test fee and a plan review fee combined together for the 100. And I recommended that we go to $100 perk test, whether it's new or repair construction, just to be consistent with other towns. A lot of other towns are as high as $300 for a perk fee and then a plan fee. So I think, let's start with the 100, get everybody used to it and see where that goes and then revisit it.
So essentially, 150 goes to 250, includes a perk.
No, well, the perk test would be perk test regardless of whether it's a repair or new construction,
Okay,
right? And then I did, on the repair, the plan would be 150 instead of 100
okay,
for the repair.
okay,
And then for new construction, I'm gonna go from 150 to 250.
okay.
And again, those fees are, somewhat
That's
in
fine.
line with the
That's
other
fair.
towns
That's
there.
fair. That's fair.
And then we looked at the food permit fees and bumped everything up $50,
Okay,
just to cover like an admin fee or something like that, or
Right.
say Rob's gotta go back for the multiple offender.
right. Okay.
so what is where does the permit money for the septic and stuff go? What does that go into?
It goes in, I'm not sure which budget, but it does go, it's, I'll find out. I'm pretty sure it goes right into the revolving, the
That's septic.
They're gonna be.
The repair money. right? Or does it all go that way? Maybe it does. Either way, it's going into our, is it
yeah, going
going
into
into the Bellingham or
We're gonna go
our
to general fund, though, right?
That's what I'm
It
I
goes to general then.
think it goes,
to
it might go into the general, no, but it goes into the
Board
board
of
of
Health.
health and I'll find out.
Okay, find out. Yeah.
But small minor jump. I mean, I don't know when the last time you guys had made a change or looked at it.
I
We
think the
didn't.
food one we did.
Well, I
it's
mean, way,
probably-
way back.
Time
Right.
goes by
Yeah.
so
Right.
fast, it's probably like 4 years ago. I think.
Correct, yeah. And remember, I think 4 years ago, it wasn't you, somebody wanted to bump it. I said, no, I want to do 350 or 300, whatever it was. I said, no. So. Say another 5 years goes by and it goes.
They
from-
want to increase it by $50.
Right. that's
Yeah,
all.
152, correct, yeah. That's
Proposed change, this is what it is.
right, that's fine.
So that sounds reasonable.
So I'll just make a mental note, like every couple of years, we should revisit and look at them.
Okay. That's not good.
So do we have to make a motion on that or?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead,
Wait,
Ben.
do we want to discuss this permitting renewal thing on the round?
No, it's not.
Yeah, probably. That's
Yeah.
true. Let's look at that.
January 15th, all food fees are doubled. That sounds like a good one, especially since. the-
Well, we're trying, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. If you don't renew your thing by the 15th, then the fee's gonna double.
And at what point do we say you gotta close your doors until you pay the 30?
Well, I mean, obviously, they don't pay the fees. It's usually, there's a lien or on the, whatever, I don't know.
I think that, I was hoping Rob was here. I think that triggers a fine.
It does, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it does trigger a fine. I
And
don't
so they
remember
have to meet all these requirements to renew their permit too.
Right.
Okay.
That way, the thing is complete and the system starts to be automated and we don't
Correct.
run into what we ran into last time.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, there was one place refused to get ice cream things because he used to know a previous person. He said, but you didn't make me do it. So I'm not doing it when Bruce went down. What?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that can't happen, especially even when you're,
They came in, that was what road, one of them.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, you don't go and say, not that I really care since Mike left under different circumstances.
Well, some of that
Well, he didn't make me. do
didn't
it, so
hurt
I don't
that I
have to
did the
do it
site
now.
plan for that guy, so
Right,
prior to, yeah.
right.
So he
So-
kind of listened to me a little.
Right, but I mean, he did throw that out there, and I thought that was, who would say that in business, well, the last guy said I didn't have to do it. Because I'm only seasonal, no. It doesn't make a difference if it's like, if you're selling, you sell,
Now, one of the other things on the food establishments, they're all supposed to have grease traps. And there's supposed to be a grease trap inspection depending on the
Correct,
flow.
correct.
If it's under 2,000, it's
Once a year.
once a year. If it's
Okay.
over 2,000 gallons, it's 4 times a year. But that's supposed to be recorded and put on the wall with all of their other paperwork.
Right, that's-
So that's something that, I've been talking to Robbie and we're gonna, look for that and
Yeah.
ask for it. And
So
then,
should that be part of the food permit though, to have?
right, I'm gonna
their
ask for that.
Yeah, we're gonna add.
Yeah,
that
that's
to
what
it.
he has.
That's why I'm
I-
gonna put it in the list of things when
Because
we
that
send
was
it out.
what, who said it, Chris, what's our procedure on
Correct,
these traps in
correct,
town?
yeah.
I got a notice and I talked to Chris and I talked to Don from the Charles River Water Pollution Control, what's
Right.
going on. Because they're having trouble with a lot of their screens and stuff at the
Right.
treatment plant.
Yeah.
I'm sure. that-
Well, and this is been brought up before.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah.
Years ago, we did
Before
a.
fire. Yeah.
Before
Bruce.
this board was together, years ago, we did a seminar on, and it was area towns in Norfolk. There was this guy, Duquette. Mike Duquette, he came out and he was a, state certified fats, oils and greases. And he was saying, even if you're all sewer, he says, it destroys the sewer pipes.
Yes, it does, yeah.
And it was clogging major cities and towns, literally shutting the flow off. So manhole covers would stop popping. It's sort of likened to the case where your septic system overflows, you got a manhole cover that's so deep, and the cover's sitting in the air. It's 150, 250 pound cover, sitting 3 feet in the air, and water's coming out. Yeah.
Just so you know, what the pumper trucks do is they pump that and then they mix it
Right.
to get the parts per million dilution thing squared away, then they take it to the treatment plant.
Right, because if not, it would cost a lot more.
Right, so I mean, it is still going through the treatment plant, but it's greatly,
It's reduced, but still it accumulates,
Yeah.
right? If you get a lot of grease traps. So, okay, Bruce,
so like
my-
they thin it out, but I mean, there is no, when they grab those, there's no cradle to grave type of thing where a septic tank gets
There is.
reported.
yeah, it's reported.
All they're doing is adding it to somebody's septic and disposing of it.
So I guess I have another question. Would the category 4 restaurants orders have a 2,000 or greater? How do we know which size you're supposed to have?
It's all in Title V.
Okay, but what I'm saying is,
Yep,
the previous businesses that had septics, they might have been built 20, 30 years ago.
a lot of it's actually in Title V is based on the number of seats in the
Number of
restaurant.
seats, okay. So it's not the type of food truck, it's number of seats, basically.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah.
common sense, you got somebody that's doing a lot of frying.
Correct. What I'm saying is, you can go get like chicken palm and most good places, they will grill the chicken for you, because I don't want it fried. I don't need to sludge up an artery, forget my septic, whatever. But, I don't fry anything, I
But the
would,
person that's doing the inspection on the grease trap.
Yeah.
Can also kind of regulate to the, hey, it reaches a certain level in the tank, it has to be.
Okay.
So I mean, it's, a couple different things, but it's all.
So do they take a sample and let it set and look at?
Yeah, they look at, it's almost similar to what you do with your SI on the solids
Perfect.
or the scum, yeah.
Good, good, okay. Okay, yeah, I agree.
Let's make the
So-
motion.
Yeah,
They'll-
let's make the motion. for
They'll have to, okay,
Increases in the fees,
You wanna do it?
the permitting renewal.
Right, so I'm gonna put that together and Laura and I are gonna send out renewals.
okay, I'll make a
to
motion.
Everybody to remind them to have, we're hoping that everybody's done and paid and renewed by the end of December.
Right.
And if not, then
Because
we've got a list.
they just paid for last year, now they have to pay.
Well, yeah,
They gotta pay on that.
they actually did good because even though they have to pay closer together, they
didn't
had
have to
6
pay
months for
any
free.
Penalties or fees, and, well,
Correct.
they didn't get 6 months for free, they still paid it for it.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, they didn't pay it for 6 months, they did pay the full year, I agree.
The big thing is in that letter, we'll spell exactly what's gotta go in the format into the permitize. And then the system will do what it's
Okay.
supposed to, it'll be automated and track and trace.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the fee schedule proposed for 1/1/2022.
Okay, I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion is passed. Are all the grocery stores, those are all done, for
Those-
inspections? over
yeah.
there? That's what, once, twice a year?
Twice a year now,
Twice a
in
year,
category
okay.
1.
The grocery stores are for.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, four.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I thought you were talking.
Is the last one for the year already done, or that was like?
It is asked, not sure what you want.
Yeah, I probably think if it's 4 times a year, it should be
They've
done
been
by
doing
now.
pretty good. haven't
Yeah.
they?
So
The grocery store.
March, June, right,
Some of the
September.
counters are getting kind of bare again, noticing that?
yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
You think they're just stocking up for Thanksgiving and Christmas?
I'm making a point to
And
pick at least one and go in the middle of the week, and then I go with Amy on Saturday, usually the market basket, because the prices are cheaper.
yeah. But I noticed paper products are down a little bit. Meats were at limit 1 on some, but not.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
All right, we already discussed the Maven.
Yep.
Oh, good, all right,
We already discussed.
I know you-
discussed that.
so you're gonna get me a name and
Okay.
email.
Her name is Linda. No, Valinsky.
I'll let you email it to me.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
All right,
really
Feeny, you're up.
is just
The unintended
salivating
donation
over
bin
there.
regulations.
Throw me a bone.
Everyone,
Okay, so,
trick or treat ones. All right, so hopefully everyone reviewed the proposed reg for the town's new donation bin regulation.
since it's only 6 real pages, page 1, I have no problem other than,
I got a question.
that's Bellingham listed.
So section 4, the definitions,
Okay,
under donation box. I'm okay with the description there, but then this is an exemption. If the system information involves a person, trust.
yeah, what do you mean by person?
That's what my question.
If you would have
is.
taken, to like savers,
But we don't have a saver.
I know, but I'm just saying, if,
So what it says,
That's an
what-
establishment. though.
oh, it's an actual store,
what about the, I forget who does it.
if the box is within the store.
No, it
They
should be
they
an
come to you
exemption.
like,
Oh,
Big Brothers.
Big
Big
Brother.
Brothers.
oh, that's fine, yeah, those aren't, they come to you,
You know,
tell you,
they come.
put the bags out, or put the
Yeah, but what if they
boxes
don't
out.
come? And they're
You
just
gotta take
left-
them back in.
Well, that's why, do we want to have an exemption for that?
No,
No. it's the
No,
same
we can
thing.
scratch that.
yeah.
Okay,
All I did was I took and
Yeah, no, that was.
OCI, the
yeah,
software, and
yeah.
then try to go in and
okay,
tweak as many things as I
So,
found
let's
out of
leave
line.
that out.
so if they tell you to put it out by 7 o'clock in
But
the
this
morning,
really doesn't, does that even affect?
it really doesn't,
It doesn't, because it's not the establishment of their bid.
correct, yeah,
So I think just take that
okay,
out. I didn't understand.
Okay, fine.
Did you have anything on the first page?
okay,
Right, so you have anything else on the first page?
nope,
Okay.
I'm done.
Second page. My first, do you have any questions on the first section?
I do
Or-
not.
Okay, so I put an asterisk next to unattended premises property.
Right,
Any property developed or otherwise that does not have human attendance for at least 8 hours per day, at least
Yeah.
5 days per week, excluding periods of vacation.
So do you mean like if you don't have an establishment, you just
Well,
have a
remember,
parking lot?
I didn't write this.
No,
So
no,
when you said, when you mean, I didn't write,
No,
it,
no.
that's why I'm
I
questioning.
think,
Okay.
I think that they mean like homeless, right? If someone,
No.
You don't want to put it on a piece of property
I'm-
that's not.
Like a lot
no,
with just a bit.
let's say for
Oh,
instance,
like Bellingham lumber.
Yes,
There's one.
that was why I did that, because
Correct.
Bellingham lumber, and there's another section
Yeah.
here. But they had their property is there, but across the street is just that lot, and they have 3, I think, bins right there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's got some stuff out there.
okay,
So
Across from
that
Bellingham lumber?
It's across from the auto, Lakeshore Auto.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
taking, that lot,
that
actually,
lot
that
is-
belongs to the,
yes.
yeah, the auto body.
No, it doesn't.
No?
It belongs to Bellingham lumber, because I
Why
went
is
in
he
there.
parking all his vehicles over there?
It's not. It's my client's.
All right.
okay,
But I went over to Bellingham lumber,
right,
probably 3-4 years ago, remember, because that's when
Right.
we were starting on this. And he says, well, I'll just, those are his bets. I know that those are his.
right.
But that's an empty lot. So is that okay? That's, I think that's what this is saying.
He owns a lot, it's separated by a road, so
Yeah,
I don't know, what would you say?
because that would be 2 separate lots.
It would be,
That's a gray area for sure.
definitely, I would say no, because then what if someone wants to buy this property and just stick pins on it?
Well, that's what this reg is for. I think
Right.
that's what this is
Correct.
saying, unattended premises property.
at
It's
least
tough.
5 days per week. it has to be.
Actually, you're right, Bellingham used to have trailers over there and they used to put hay.
Correct, yeah, they used to sell hay and stuff.
But I
So what
didn't
about
know,
the school, which is unattended, during the
Right,
week?
Pinecrest.
5 days per,
Yeah.
8 hours per
I don't
day,
use
at
that
least
for
5
them.
days per week. So during the summer,
Right.
we got to think of these things. That's why we have a discussion.
Yeah, okay. So how
Well,
do
the
you
teachers
cover
are
that?
there all summer anyway.
They're there all summer,
Yeah, there's always someone that's there.
8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
So would you say
Some-
that,
Like someone, I bet you someone is there.
okay, like a janitor is covered, is that covered?
Do you want to cut it back on the hours, go to say 6 or something?
Is there any other properties we can think of?
No, the
Besides the
Bellingham
school,
one, and then I thought the
Bellingham.
school might not be.
Well,
covered.
wasn't there also, well, no, because the gas
Does
station.
Mike's Motors have them right there on, what I think I remember seeing some there.
Yeah,
Where's Mike's Motors?
No, it's
No,
not
there's-
smokers.
It's closed now.
it's closed. Near Mike, near Pulaski, there's a curve, right?
No, right here on South Main, St. Blaise, there's.
Oh, the
Yeah.
old auto, the old.
Yeah.
gas station,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do they have one
I'm
there?
thinking it's been so.
Oh, okay, why did I think I?
St. Blaise has something in the back of
That's the
St.
U-Haul lot?
They used to
Yeah.
have one.
They used to, yeah, they used to. I think
They're
they
doing
own-
something there. Because they cleared out the back.
Oh, yeah, they-
cleaned it
they're
all
letting
out.
the KSW, the guys
Mhm.
putting all the new water
KJS.
things in. They let them park their stuff, and then they took all the extra gravel, and just leveled it out for.
Maybe they're trying to sell it.
No,
I don't know if they have been something. Oh, maybe
I'll
when they're
just
driving
swing by.
around again.
Just swing
Remember
by,
that?
see if they're looking
No,
to
no,
sell.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they don't have bins anymore. There's a couple of
Maybe-
motorhomes,
maybe we don't.
trailers.
It's mostly gas stations, convenience stores,
Correct.
the schools, Bellingham lumber,
Right,
liquor stores.
right,
everywhere.
They are everywhere.
yeah,
That was the other question. Do we want to have a max amount?
yeah, I
I
thought
think you
that
have
should
to
be,
The only
Yeah.
problem is I don't know how many we have now.
right. Well, someone, had-
Now, the church, there's someone there, 5, 6, 8
no,
hours
but
a
the church
day.
is in the
5
back, and it's St.
It's in our reg.
It's in
So
your
if it's in our reg, we
Correct.
have,
Well, don't
everybody
the
has to
priests
run
live
it.
there?
It's not on that property.
They don't?
It's
I
in the
don't
back,
think
it's St. John, what's it called, the Christmas.
They have, St. Blaise has it. They
Correct,
have,
yes.
the one
There's
on-
St. Vincent de Paul,
So
but it's still the
Vincent de
same
Paul,
thing.
yeah,
It's still
yeah,
within.
right. But it's in the back near the rec fair, I don't know. You can't see it,
They have to
Just
come get a
'cause you can't see,
permit.
do you check it?
I
Do you
don't.
check all of
I
them?
don't.
No,
The ones I can see from the road. I
I'm just
check.
saying, if we're gonna put it, we have to make sure that.
Correct, correct, okay. So,
Because you're gonna say, oh, you just did big.
well, you have to count it, but the
No.
question is, yeah. Question is, it's not attended. Sure, there's a pastor, there's a
So
clerk.
this is one of the
Jan.
questions I had, because this is,
Yeah,
you
do you
know,
want to,
we gotta abide by this.
change that so it's instead of being
I'm
8
gonna
hours,
touch it right now.
5 days a week, do you want to cut the hours back?
If you cut the hours back, does that help?
No.
No,
What
really.
do you suggest?
Unattended. Premises property. We have to define what unattended premises property is.
Correct.
now.
I think that's gonna be
Does
something
not
like,
have human attendance.
yeah, I would say.
which I understand, like an empty lot, okay, there's no beds for
Correct,
an empty lot.
right, that's easy.
And then,
But I mean, Bellingham lumber, I mean, he's right across the street, so I think that.
and those have been there, so.
Yeah, they'd be after your grandfather.
But it's one of those things, it's gonna come up,
Yeah.
especially with being 40 on it. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just gonna be right
Well,
there.
no, wouldn't you say that would come up for a new place? If you're gonna grandfather the ones that are there,
Well, that's why we have to know
No.
where they currently
I
are
was
now.
under the,
Yeah,
I mean, once the reg is created, I don't believe anything's
I
grandfathered.
wouldn't say that. He's
It
just
is.
saying we don't want to, the lot across from Bellingham lumber
Yeah.
with those 3 or 4 families or whatever.
But I mean, that's.
I mean, when he's
Yeah,
had
then
problems,
if you do that.
You
then
gotta do
the-
very
The
well.
church, right.
Sure,
Right.
yeah,
The church.
Well,
that's the special.
since, that one, when I go to Bellingham lumber, I go by it sometimes, if there's a lot of
If that's
traffic, I pull right in. He usually said, I'll take care of it.
That's good.
Right. Yeah, he knows.
You could change it to a vacant lot rather than developed or otherwise.
Well, I think that's why it says no human attendance.
Yeah,
Because you could have like, we had that vacant with the golden lantern, what's that gas station?
Rusty one.
Rusty
Rusty,
Lantern.
right.
That used to have, like, it was terrible. It was just a vacant lot. It
Right.
was all mattresses were being
Correct.
left there and there was a
Yeah,
bin
yeah,
there.
Yeah, that one's pretty ugly, yeah.
So that's why they think that they put a human attendant. Someone
Okay.
has to be physically there.
So then if you
Because
say human
if
attendance,
there's
how
no-
close though? You know,
you could take out the hours, just state that does not have human attendance. And end it there.
Yeah, but they could say, I'm there 1 hour a month,
right,
Well,
right.
5
maybe you
minutes
should
a
put
month.
no,
You
I
gotta
don't
have
want
On
something.
Yeah,
any
you gotta have
property, any undeveloped property.
Yeah, instead of
Or-
unattended, undeveloped.
Well, what if
Right.
there's like the garage on Pulaski, that's for sale. It's been sitting there for sale for 3 bays in it.
Right, forever.
That means they can get one. It's nothing else but bins then.
Yeah, but if it's a undeveloped property and then put.
That means no
um,
buildings, like vacant land.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could have like that lot that has the 3 bays, it's been empty forever. You just have bins on it, you're okay with that. Because what happens is you got stuff outside it and now you've got nobody to go into and say, hey, listen, you got a
Correct,
problem.
yeah,
So
who
what
do
do
you
you do?
find? Right,
Well, you're still gonna find the property owner, but it's not manned. They don't even know it's there because they're not there all the time to see
Correct,
that there's a
right.
problem.
okay.
That's where we have to,
So if you did undeveloped and then put, or that does not have human attendance.
see what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think the hours.
Then
gonna
take-
hurt.
no,
You
take
gotta
out the
keep it at 8,
hours.
let's say, because that's a work day, let's say.
So how,
Or just put that does not have any human attendance, period.
Yeah,
but they're gonna say, we were there 5 minutes last week. That's human attendance, it's not specific enough. You see what I mean?
Yeah, see, if you take out the hours, or number of days, then anybody can qualify. I drove, and they can prove it, they'll take their phone.
So
they'll
then
take
what
a
if you
picture and
say
I was there 5
undeveloped
minutes.
or?
Well, you have any property developed or
Non-vacant.
otherwise, so it's pretty much undeveloped, right? So
Correct.
that's cool. Does not have human attendance, that's cool. And now we just have to figure out the 8 hours and the 5 days per week. Because even the schools, are they gonna be going out checking those bins during
They've
the
only- By the
summer?
way, they,
Whether it's man or
to be
not,
honest with
that's
you,
not
they've
their
only
job.
had
to go
2
and look.
problems in the last 2 years where I complained.
Which ones?
What's the schools, only
Which
twice.
one? You got
Oh,
the South School.
The
that's-
South, not
that's-
South School, the
Well, the
middle
South
school, middle
School,
school. Yeah, that one I have not gone to. Yeah,
Mm.
see.
You should put non-vacancy too in there, so that they can't have a property without anybody in it. With bins on it.
Right.
So if you have a business, even if it's closed,
Right, it has to be
Under bins.
developed, it has to be being used.
Occupied.
oh, occupied, yeah,
Occupied.
currently occupied by a
Right.
permittee or, yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Well, the whole reason is so that they can see if there's a problem there. And if they're not
Correct.
there,
And then
they don't know there's a problem.
We can stop in and say, listen, you need to fix.
So do
fix
we
it.
just add occupied?
Yeah,
Yes.
That
occupied.
does not have human attendance.
must be
Any
occupied.
Must be
property
occupied.
developed or otherwise that does not have human attendance.
Any property. Must
Just
be
take out
occupied.
human attendance and just put.
Must be
occupied, I
Yeah.
mean,
But
Human
unattended, well,
occupied.
this is just the definition though, unattended premises property, this is the definition, so any property developed otherwise that does not have human attendance, it's. And then we just take out.
Yeah, that's.
Because this is just the definition of what an unattended premises
Oh,
property
okay.
is.
Okay,
This
fine.
is still under definitions,
Definitions, okay, so
right?
in the.
Correct.
Okay, there's another place where this comes
Yes.
up. Okay, good, okay, I
All
agree.
right, okay.
So we're gonna end it at, that does not have
Attendance.
human attendance,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. And then, all right, here's another one. Section 5, I had a question on the very first one. Donation boxes shall not be permitted within 1 and 2 family zoning districts.
Right.
We have a ton of them now, all in Pulaski. All up and down that street.
Okay, yeah, with those, they're commercial places, they're not 1 and 2 families.
Across the street from
Right.
Pulaski, it's all 2 families across the street from all those bins are.
Yeah, but I bet you the bins.
On Pulaski, where are the bins on Pulaski? Oh, they
No,
have that,
it's saying
that old car lot. across
the
from-
location of bins, Vinnie. So it
Okay.
might be across the street, but that's still, should we just take that out?
I don't know if Pulaski's so spot zone. It's not, it's 1 and 2 family cross, it's commercial here, it's B1, it's B2. Pulaski's the exception to the case.
So this is the discussion then.
Okay.
It's,
Instead of putting zoning district, what about putting use, making it
Yeah.
a residential use?
You can't make any residential use.
Correct.
No,
yeah.
no, yeah, right, right.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should
Well,
be
this is, I think
residential.
it says right here, this section is called restricted zones in areas within town limits. So where do we want the restricted zones? Residential area, residential
areas.
property.
Yeah,
Right,
Okay, so that's gonna be one.
So change donation should not be permitted.
within residential property,
Yeah, within residential property.
okay.
So in
Probably
other
should-
words, a
Probably
person,
should do like Bruce said. according
if
to
somebody
the
has a
code.
3 or 4 family, they can't stick a bin there.
right.
Well,
And then you
yeah,
can't
what I'm
put
saying
one
is
in the front of your
You could
house.
do like, yeah, right. Never gonna
Just
happen.
in case you
Hey, that's
think,
$500.
7,
So we
yeah,
should,
it's
I
like
don't think-
$7,000.
we should
I
probably
don't
make
think-
it read
no.
donation boxes shall not be permitted.
Put it this way,
Any.
I'd be tempted to.
Yeah.
Electrify the front of it
Yeah,
for
any
someone who leaves it in
residential
front,
property.
you know, just flip a switch,
All right.
fry.
And then it says restriction of unattended
Okay.
premises, which we just discussed.
Mhm.
A donation box shall not be located on an unattended premises or property.
So that,
So
that,
that's the
I think that
definition that we
clears it
just
up
had.
better,
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll leave that, but the first one, 5.1.1, will do donation boxes shall not be permitted within any residential property, something like
Okay.
that.
right.
Because that.
How about
that's-
residential districts? Because
No,
that's-
well, that covers single family,
Okay, fine.
multifamily, right?
So,
Yep.
okay,
So
residential.
that's
was it
residential property.
Property, okay, fine, okay.
Okay.
On your 5.1.2, it says unattended premise or property, were you
Oh,
changing it to
premises.
premises?
Yeah, yeah,
Premises,
uh,
premises.
the spell check didn't pick that up?
no,
Because
That's
premise
fine,
is a
word.
word.
yeah,
Very
that's right,
good.
it is a word, so I wouldn't pick it up, yeah.
Okay. Did anybody have anything else? I had something at 6.2.
Okay,
Did you
no, I
have
didn't, no, I
anything?
didn't actually, I'm okay with that.
No, I'm just skimming through.
Okay. Labeling. Now, some of these bins have been there a while, right?
Correct.
They're asking on the 6.2.11, each donation box placed in the town of Bellingham should be labeled with the name, address, and phone number of the controller box. The controller is the actual donation. company.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Most of
Now-
those have them.
They don't have the address.
They don't have the address.
A lot of them have like,
phone
an email
number.
address and a phone number.
I got it on my phone. I didn't see
Okay.
an email address.
Yeah, usually it's just the phone
Yeah,
number.
it's the phone
Or,
number.
or where they're located, like it might
Sometimes on
say
the
like
website.
Swansea or something like that, but it
Yeah.
won't actually say the
So do
address.
we want their address, I guess?
Do we need their
I don't-
address?
That's why I
The
thought
only
it
thing
should
we
be
would
addressed.
need it for is if
You
you're
need a phone
sending,
number.
no, we would need the address if you're sending a fine by mail.
Well,
We're not driving to
listen,
Worcester,
the permit application,
correct?
you're
Can
gonna
have the
have each
address.
Everything's-
bin,
okay,
and
fine,
everything's
fine,
gonna be on
fine.
there, but
So
as far as the
take out
regular,
address will be
Okay.
name
that's a whole
and
stuff,
phone
that
number.
was my other
Yes.
question,
Correct, yeah,
is that we're gonna have to do an application, a permit application. to
Right.
Make sure we.
that will have everything on it.
That'll have everything on
Okay,
it,
fine.
but as far as putting it on the actual bin, I think the name,
Name
and
and,
phone
ad-
number,
name and phone number,
I
yeah,
think
That's
that's
fine.
plenty,
Yeah,
so I think
okay,
take the address out.
okay.
okay.
And then they really went into it, the 6.2.13, the graphics, they're looking for like how big it is and all that. I don't think it should be small.
No,
It needs to be good size. Do you want to keep it at 8.5 by 11? Is that big enough? They're gonna have to.
probably not, really.
Spray
That's a
something
page, that's this
I
page
know.
here. So what's gonna have on that?
This
For
is
just,
The
name and
contact
phone number?
information, so that the name and phone number have to be prominent. So
Correct.
8.5 by 11 needs to be.
So if you
bigger
put your
than-
name and then your phone number.
So how big do you want it?
Still, let's go
They
12
said
by
no less, they
18.
said no less than 8.5 by
Yeah.
11? You
We
wanna
should
make
go,
it?
we should go and measure what they have now.
That's
Correct.
just the hole that you stick stuff through.
No, no,
No,
no.
no,
This is the front of the
That's
bin.
a graphic
Graphics.
Yeah,
6.213.
Oh,
But,
Yeah, if you got,
we
let's
should
say,
probably go see what they are now.
right, right. I think they're 12 by 18, maybe
They're
even
good
bigger.
size now, people aren't
Yeah.
reading them.
No,
right, it doesn't matter,
Put this here.
because they don't read
did
signs.
you see the, did you see the
Yeah, that
size
size is
of
good
the
size.
sign they put there?
But doesn't
But I don't-
matter.
I don't
It says
know.
clothes and
It's
shoes, and
still
people
little.
drop everything there but clothes and shoes.
Yeah, no, people can't read for crying out loud.
They
Right.
don't read. So
Well,
now, see now, the phone number's way up here, it really should be down here. Look,
Correct,
it's way-
yeah,
You
that's
can't even
true.
see it from the street.
Correct.
But who's gonna call it besides people who are gonna tell them to come clean up?
Yeah,
I
true.
know.
It's not gonna be us anymore, it's gonna be the establishment.
I
so
know,
you're
but
right,
I'm just saying, it doesn't really matter if it's in the front.
Right, right, right.
I had
But
the
you'd
book one
think
that I
it would be,
called
like,
to say
right
it's
there.
full and
It's
it
way
was
up
just
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's way up here. you gotta
Yeah, they want to
understand.
get their clothes and their shoes, small
And
part.
then mattresses and their monitors and their.
Yeah, right.
everything.
Flat screen
Yeah,
everything that
TVs
costs money.
and bicycles and.
So we'll leave that. Do we
Yeah.
leave this 8.5 by 11?
Yeah,
Just
it's
leave it?
fine.
Okay, fine. Okay.
It's a piece of paper.
All right.
Let's say no less than. So if we say
The
no
phone
less
number's gonna
than.
be this big. Yeah, I know.
Correct.
Well,
Well,
it's gonna be 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, that's what this.
you want to
this
make it
is.
12 by 18, that way there, you know,
What if it isn't now though? We should probably see what it. what
I
they
think
are
it's
now.
bigger in most cases.
Oh, no, no, no.
Just
No.
put a
We're
minimum.
talking
of-
this size.
All right, a minimum, how about a minimum? Let's put it.
Minimum of
Minimum.
eight.
Well, it
That's
says
what
no
that is,
less.
minimum.
It says no
No
less.
less,
So
okay.
it's
No
the
less,
same.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, fine. Okay.
all right, so the next one, the
So
question.
you're gonna leave it the 8.5 by 11, or you're gonna
We're
change
We're
it?
gonna, we're gonna leave it.
Okay.
No less than.
Yep.
And in a contrasting color. But the one, honestly, the Planet A ones really should be in the middle.
Correct. Yeah.
They're, I mean, what are you gonna do? Their bins are already done. so.
Right.
Okay, 6.2.2, this is the one where it shows the fines.
Yeah, 300.
So,
I think it should be 500.
yeah.
Okay.
Depositing or placing items outside this containers, littering, illegal dumping, and is punishable by fine of, and it's $300.
You wanna put up to 500?
Yeah,
And then we
That's right,
can
up to
kind of
500.
like.
Why
assess-
up to though? Why up
Well,
to?
yeah, if you do that, you have to determine
Well, there
who's
is,
gonna get the 500,
Well,
who's
no,
gonna get 400.
if
who's
you
gonna get
read
300.
this, there's 5 offenses here.
Correct, yeah, I've already changed all
So
of
one of them's 100.
them. Well, no,
Well, I'm just saying, if we say up to 5, then we can use these, but if not, it's
Yeah, that's what I
500,
was
it's
thinking
gonna be
too,
500.
because you had.
Okay, got it.
Spelled out.
But we haven't gotten that far yet. So
Right,
let's go
okay,
back to this
okay.
page, okay?
so up to,
Well, I don't know yet. We got to
Okay.
discuss the offenses, okay? The graphics, let's change 8% to 8 inches. Yeah, the percentage sign, on it. See this percentage sign?
Yeah,
8%.
the OCR
We'll just take
sometimes
that.
gets a little funky.
Yeah, that's fine. See, 8%.
oh, 8%. yeah.
Okay,
should be-
and then,
Is it 8.5?
8.5 by 11, I guess.
yeah, the
Probably.
5 is the percentage.
Percent, okay, fine.
8.5, should be 8.5. Okay,
Okay.
all right, then the next one I had was, and does anybody else have anything? that
No,
they
that's
added?
fine.
Okay,
So
Alright,
we're
so-
leaving this 300?
we're gonna go back to
We're
it
gonna go
because we're
back in one
going to
second.
the
We're gonna go back
offenses.
to it, okay.
We're
got it,
we're gonna
okay,
leave these
got it,
offenses
got it,
first, then we're gonna go back
got
to
it,
that.
Okay,
All right,
So-
so
7.1.3.
7.2.1. Oh,
Okay.
that's the one you wanted next?
Yeah, I haven't
Okay,
changed
go
it.
ahead.
Okay, emptied at a frequency minimum every 2 days to prevent contents from filling the box. So that's the minimum.
Shall be emptied at a.
Where I know
frequency-
which one?
7.1.3, frequency of
Yeah,
collections.
Every 2 days. minimum.
Some boxes need to be every couple days, some boxes don't get as much.
Donation boxes.
Well, I'm
sometimes
saying
are-
is-
it'll be up to them to know, I mean, they
Yeah,
show
I mean,
on
if
their
we-
site and how often.
When I go by the
I've been
boxes,
talking
and
to the dispatcher from
Yeah.
the Planet A pretty regularly.
Mhm.
put it this way here,
Believe
there was
me, I've
that
been doing
holiday
I
weekend,
know.
every bin was filled in tight, on top and all in front.
I
There
mean,
was
they
like
can
a
fill it in
truckload.
a day, yeah.
This is just maintenance.
I
This
know,
is just the
man.
maintenance section,
yeah.
right? Okay,
Well, I would say,
let's read it.
they'll know. if they-
Let's read it,
okay,
right? It
fine.
says donation boxes in the town of Bellingham shall be emptied at a frequency to prevent the contents from filling the box to a
It's
condition
not specific.
affecting
Got it.
the operation of the receiving portal or promoting placement of donated goods outside the donation bin.
Yeah.
It's just telling them how they need to watch it for frequency of that. We
Okay.
haven't gotten to,
You don't want to give them
That-
a 2-day thing? Okay.
we haven't gotten to
I
that
think
part yet.
if you leave it open and we find that they need more, it's just a matter of, talking to them, saying,
The-
hey, you need to frequently
Okay.
more
You're,
often.
you're looking for the enforcement part. We haven't gotten
Correct,
there
okay,
yet.
well,
This is
okay.
just the maintenance.
The maintenance, okay,
Okay.
okay, I'm scratching it, okay.
All right.
You talked me out of it,
No, because we haven't gotten to, I know what you're looking for,
Okay,
and that's the enforcement part.
okay.
Okay, all right, so then,
It's not too often the bins are full, It's more the people putting crap that doesn't
Correct.
go in the bin outside.
Okay, so 7.2.1 maintenance of property. This one, I'm not.
Maybe it's
Bowing
a-
down.
Okay,
The owner of the property shall be responsible for maintaining the piece of land in clean and sanitary manner. The responsibility to correct or clean any litter, refuse, or refuse right there
other.
shall occur every 24 hours or at the end of a work shift, 8
Where are you
hours.
reading that? I didn't see.
I
that.
threw that in. there.
We gotta read the whole thing first before you
No,
throw in
no,
your.
that's
two
going in
cents.
there and then
Wait a minute,
detrimental.
wait a minute. So the responsibility to correct or clean any litter, refuse, or other detrimental condition created by a donation box or attributable to that donation box shall fall to the owner of the premises on which that box is located. That's correct. It falls on the owner of the property.
Correct.
Not us.
No, no, but I
That's
want
right,
to give
yeah.
him a time he has to do
Well,
it.
that's the enforcement part.
That's the enforcement.
This is
Okay.
maintenance.
Okay, so scratch that.
Well, don't scratch it, keep it. We're gonna put it in the enforcement.
Okay, fine,
Alright.
got it, okay.
Okay, one thing, one step. I know you're saying you want to get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah,
but we got
well,
one
you
more
did say
thing.
read, and I
Yeah,
did
we
read.
did. No, that's good. Don't cross it out.
No, no, I
Okay.
did, so now
We're
I'm
gonna
putting it
get to
back
it.
in
This
there.
is just
Got
the
it.
maintenance.
Okay,
All right. All right, so now section 8. You're okay with?
Yeah, I'm
section-
good.
all right,
I'm
So
so-
section 8. All right, so 8.111, application form. So we have to get an application form. I wonder if we can go on to this town and see what they're.
See what they have performed.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
that was
that.
Southborough.
so, yeah,
Okay. I took all the Southboroughs out.
yeah. it's-
no, South Bridge,
An
yeah,
applic-
South Bridge.
Is it Southbridge?
Southbridge, sorry,
Okay.
yeah.
South Bridge.
An application for the town, so should be supplied by the Office of Inspection Services Division of, so yeah, that's perfect.
That's fine, yeah.
Requirement for any person who wishes to perhaps. So, then they have to be approved by us. They just don't get a permit paid fee, but they have to
Correct,
come to
correct.
us, right?
Yeah,
Or at least be reviewed by Bruce. Additions to complete
Right.
application for location. All right, so
So as part of that, meet them on site and say, this is where you're gonna put it?
pictures, right?
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, or yeah,
Yeah.
they send a picture, we're gonna put it here. But I
Yeah.
mean,
But-
it should be
I'm wondering.
spelled out and reviewed.
So now we're at the application process or the permitting process, which is
Correct.
the application process right now. Should we have some sort of agreement that the reg on the permit, when they do the permit, we have the reg, they have to say that they received it and read it and have them
Oh,
sign
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
should we also have the owner
So we
and
can
the
put that on the-
manager? Now,
put
the
that on the
manager's not
form,
always
yeah.
the owner
Correct.
and the donating company. The people that have the
Yeah, I
donation.
think all
bid.
three should.
A
be,
I
tri-party.
think so too.
because it's more legal than binding.
Well, then they know what's expected of the people that.
Correct, correct, yeah.
Because technically, like if Larry's didn't own that property, I don't know who does, well, I'm just using them as an example, but if Larry's didn't own that property, it's not Larry's that hires them necessarily, well, I guess. It
Well,
could
whoever
be if
receives
they're
the,
renting
the,
it,
the
the
money.
But the
it should
owner
be
needs to
responsible.
know, but the owners, who gets the fine?
Say if the
owner
property's leased.
or- That's what I mean, who
Yeah.
gets the fine?
The owner, not the manager. of
But
the
the owner's
place.
not even there, he's the one that's leasing it out, how's that gonna work?
But he's getting the money, not the manager.
No, you're missing
Oh,
it.
okay.
So it should say owner or
No,
leasing.
This is the lot,
Correct.
Trisha's gonna rent it. She's
Or
gonna rent a
responsible
convenience store.
Yeah.
She's renting the whole place
Oh.
and she's putting a bid on there.
Okay,
You're not gonna find me. I'm just leasing the property. She's the one that hired them
Okay,
to get the
correct,
money.
correct,
So
okay.
who gets the fine?
the leasing then, if you're not the owner, you know, whatever.
The property owner. So it's- that's the
Both.
question.
That's easy.
So we,
But that's a question.
yeah, let me think on that.
Yeah.
I got some thoughts, yeah. And
That is
we can do it in the application. We can put indoor in the,
On the permit, yeah, but
Right.
I just didn't know if we should
Okay.
have
I know you,
everybody.
I know what you're thinking though.
Yeah. So, and no, there's no confusion as to what's
Well,
expected. with
everybody
that.
signs it, but the confusion will still occur if it's not the bin company and it's not the.
You can put
owner,
Owner
it's the
and
leasing,
or
Then a lease.
responsible party, in the case of a lease or something like that.
Yeah,
Because if you have arcade management,
Yes, I know, that's like when I was
arcade
thinking of,
management, you have all these places.
all these places that are
So
leasing as
who is
well.
the one that leased it? Is that the person who is getting?
See, I think arcade is, they're
That's a tough one.
responsible,
they're responsible.
within
for the
10 feet
lot.
of the
So
building.
if the bins
Yeah.
are on the lot,
Well, if it's unsanitary, who's
Correct.
responsible for the lot?
the arcade,
Okay, then. So
Correct.
It's
It's
gonna be
just like-
Whoever
whoever.
wants the permit.
it's
whoever's
just like
leasing
paper all
the-
over their parking lot. They're responsible, not Stop and Shop.
Whoever's name the permit is in is their responsibility. It's that
But
simple.
Stop and
Doesn't
Shop
matter
employees
if they're,
pick it up.
Because this reg is saying that the owner and the person that's managing the property, who's also AKA the leasing, is part of this permit. They have.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Is that?
They
what we
would
want?
sign all three.
well, I guess the owner should
Be aware.
be aware of it.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
right.
But I don't know if that's on us, though.
No, it's not enough. I think I just want them to realize that there's rules in order to have that there. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and it goes from the person who owns a bin to the person who owns the property to the person who's renting the property. And really, in actuality, the bin company's gonna say like, well, I'm paying them. I said, yeah, but it's your responsibility to pick up your bin stuff.
Right.
If you don't do it, you know,
It's kind of like if you had a tenant that had, and they weren't picking up trash.
correct.
Do you call the company that is doing this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
some sort of,
Mhm.
You know,
if they're not doing it.
Well, if they don't do it, yeah,
Yeah.
then you go
yeah,
to the
well,
next.
let's take it.
Well,
to-
do we
to
have
the
to
You have to
put
get
that
to the
in?
next level.
If someone's bin's not being picked
Well,
up.
that's part of the permit then. So if the
Correct.
person that's wanting the permit,
Correct.
then it has to be written in the permit somewhere that says, we're gonna go to the owner and it's gonna be an
Right, right,
additional fee or something. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm just trying to think.
okay.
So
So,
how do we word that?
What's the definition? Is the
Maybe we
definition
shouldn't
spelled-
allow people to have them if it's a leased land.
Right, I mean, it's gotta be,
Yeah,
they've
you're
gotta
gonna-
be,
you're gonna have a lot of
um,
that. Aren't you gonna have a lot of that? I don't know.
let's go back
I
to
mean,
the
if-
definition.
well, if you have
Convenience store
commercial
owners,
property,
they own-
well, if you have commercial property and the land's owned by a development company, all the buildings are leased. The
Yeah.
developer, though, built all those
Yeah, the
buildings.
developers like, some of these Cumberland farms, they don't own the land, they built building that's not there.
The land isn't there.
The land, yeah, the land is somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like build a suit, they own the land, like
If we
where the
go-
Dunkin' Donuts is,
Go
they don't
back,
own that piece of
Correct.
property.
Yeah.
go back to the definition on the first pages, under owner, let's see if there's anything here that can clear it up.
Controller,
Yeah, no, I'm not the controller, the owner.
You know,
You got the controller, that's the person that has the box.
correct.
that, did the thing, okay, so, let's see, control owner, an individual business entity, volunteer association, or nonprofit, which alone or jointly. Is legal title, yeah, well,
Doesn't really say that.
it doesn't, we'll just put controller and owner need to.
And owner, yeah.
Yeah.
Sign the
then-
permit
Right, and
and
then,
acknowledge that they received it and read the regs.
right,
Correct, correct.
Do we have, we shouldn't have the donation companies, they're not gonna sign anything anyway,
No, no.
but we have to know each bin, how many bins.
Right.
But then,
However,
this is more entailed.
If you get into a
The
fourth
people
offense.
who,
or
I
third
mean,
offense,
if whoever they're getting a bin from should sign the permit as
I
well.
think so
They
too.
need to be just as responsible as the
Correct,
person getting
So
it.
the
let's say
donation company.
They go
Yeah.
to their third violation. They're removing the bin
All
now.
right,
Actually, the first violation,
did you get that, Bruce?
they're removing the
The
bin. for
control
And they
7 days.
understand, they can't say, oh, we didn't know. that
And the
that's not-"
donation.
Or they
what
could
they call
seal
it,
it like we do with
The donation
tobacco.
box company.
We call those humidors. We don't have them remove it. It's giant.
It's just
piece of
simple. They say we want
We
to
seal
drop off
it.
the bin. Okay, I have to get a permit for the town.
Correct.
We have to sign
So that's
this.
a yes.
But
So we'll
here's the
take-
problem, yeah.
we'll take each of the three titles. and
Yeah.
Put into that, I wanna see what they have to for their permit or their application.
You know what we can do too, I've got the list of how many donation companies we have in town.
Correct.
I know we got a couple. new
Where did you
ones.
get that?
I went
She
around.
went around.
and I Counted.
Why didn't you come get it? I would've gone with
Well,
you.
this
She
is
did this
before
years
you.
ago.
This is
Now she
before
doesn't
you. I've
have
been
to
doing this for
either.
years.
Right.
But, so
I
I
just
can,
wanted a mental picture.
I used
in
to
my
call
head.
her instead of
I
you.
can, I
Sorry.
can,
I don't have a clue where I'll be. all right.
Actually, it was true. I used to call you, Cal.
yeah, you still have it? Okay.
So anyway, she does have a list of the bins,
Good.
but there's more now.
There is more.
There's more. I'm
And
just
some
gonna
of them got
say,
changed out. It's different companies.
we could
so like
send our
different
regs
ones.
to each one of them that we already know and have them just do sign just that they received it. We don't have to do it for each one. Like everyone that's got a Planet 8, they're gonna have to have Planet 8 sign for that
How
permit.
many, a ballpark, how many,
I have it here. I think we had like
30?
donation companies.
Oh,
Oh,
no
I think
boxes.
it was more like 8 donation companies.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But we had over 80 bins.
Yeah, if we send it to
Over
the
80?
company,
Yeah, it's like 86 bins.
Yeah.
Remember you guys before?
I
I'm
know.
like, I had it all in a spreadsheet. I got it here somewhere.
Yeah.
Whole spreadsheet.
cause I was
Now we
thinking
have
like,
more.
a
And I think there are
postcard mailing or
definitely more
something.
now. There's a few more,
Definitely
yeah.
more now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them went because when I made the list.
So they got sold to another company or a
They
change
got
in
bought
name?
up. They
Bought
were,
out,
they
okay.
were bankrupt or whatever, and they came and got their bins because we made them.
Okay, fine.
but
We still get that one.
The
bin
town
down
of
on
Southbridge
Tarpon Street.
application has the property owner, controller of the donation box information, and the property owner's information.
good. That's on the application. itself?
It's on
Oh,
the
good.
application.
Oh, you on the site?
Perfect, perfect.
Can you screenshot that and
Yeah, that
email it to
makes
me?
sense.
I'll just,
Just copy the link.
I'll just
send it
email
out.
it to you.
Oh, good.
All right, so let's see. So
Okay.
that was that. Oh, so the other question was the do we want a maximum of bins? Now, we have to know how many we have now.
Right,
I think Larry's with 6 is the biggest.
yeah, it is, but
No, I meant in town.
in
total.
town, number of bins, yeah.
Do we
You gotta
do that?
know, yeah,
Well, we're at 82
Well,
or
that was
86
back then.
plus.
That was 5
So
years plus,
you-
so.
either that just make the permitting difficult enough so that.
Well, it's gonna be per bin, right? It's a
Correct, oh,
permit
yeah.
Per bin.
Per bin, yes, absolutely.
I know, I wouldn't do per bin, I would do
No, no.
per organization.
Organization. So if you have 5 Planet A bins and 1 book
Right.
bin, it's 2 permits.
Right. And we could put
Okay,
a
okay.
max of how many bins on a property.
Correct.
Okay.
And so now you got Planet Aid and they can have, the max is 6, because we already have 6.
However, the
Six.
fee for
That
each bin
one.
is per bin, not the fee. It can't be like if you have
Are we
6
charging
bins,
a fee?
you pay the same
Yeah,
fee
we
as
have
someone who's
that.
1 bin.
Oh.
Then it'll be 6 times, it's just like you buy apples. You buy 1 apple, it's a price. You buy 6 apples, you pay 6 times that price, if it's the same apple,
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll be very nice in saying all bins will be treated equally. It's a bin, so, unless somebody.
But I would do it per
I guess it's no different
organization.
than a garbage bin. You gotta pay for an extra garbage. bin.
Right.
Correct.
But These are exactly purchased.
This application requires a plot plan of the location. It requires a picture. of the
Don't tell
location.
me that.
Right.
Don't tell me
Well, that's good though, because then.
Well, that is
you
good.
that.
know-
Well, that's why they said that since they put these in place, that they have
Remember,
no problems.
Put this way, if you put them near the lot lines,
That's good.
and sometimes.
You should
people
know
have-
where they're going before they.
No,
get
but
them,
people
because then
have
you're
thrown
like, oh,
stuff in
you
there
can't
that
do
you can smell it when you come up to the bin, or it got soaking wet, and it smells.
Yeah.
I'm going like, really?
Yeah, if you're next to
That's
someone's
filled now,
house,
at
yeah.
that point, I'm ready to go crazy. I'm looking for rats, so I can say, all right.
Most of them are sealed up, they're not gonna find a rat too easily.
The application fee, we're gonna figure out how much is the application fee. It's
Do they
Correct.
have it on there?
They
Do
must
have
be
an
like-
application?
They didn't, no.
No.
It said needs to be determined by,
Right.
The
So,
application fee is.
determined by the Board of
per-
Health, periodically reviewed and adjusted by the board.
per bin,
Permit?
per bin.
Or-
No,
So they can
not
just
per bin, per bin.
Charge whatever they feel.
It just says on this, an application fee is determined by the Board of Health, periodically reviewed and adjusted by the board and recorded and maintained in the town of Bellingham Board of Health Code.
So.
So it doesn't give.
It's gotta
doesn't
be
probably
per,
change or
it's
something.
gotta be per bin, it's per year.
So they,
right?
they must
Yeah.
have a fee page.
Yeah, there is a fee.
That, a lot of towns do that. Instead of spelling it out in the reg, they put a fee page and then,
Because it probably changes too.
Yeah.
They all keep changing it.
Oh, they want to change the reg. If
Yeah, you
go
wanna
to
change the
reg,
reg, change the fee.
But that's just like our permit. We just did change the fees on this other stuff. We're
Correct.
gonna add, we should probably add this fee to that list for January
We
2022,
could.
right?
Yeah. that's what I'm pushing. Let's get it done.
What I'm saying is, I agree with you guys that we can wait for the well, not so much the permitting and application stuff to
How
be
many
January
cases
1.
Larry's have now?
6.
But I want to say the last line on this says, this I'm pushing. That's a great idea. The provisions of a section are effective immediately upon passage. All provisions shall be enforced immediately. I'm saying the application can be postponed till January 1 starting. Or actually should be in place before that. But as far as enforcement on this, it should start immediately.
No, we still have to get this approved by
Correct,
council, and then it has to be sent out. We're already almost in November.
Right, we're
Okay.
gonna do it with all
It'll
the
be
regular
January
permits.
one.
It'll be January 1, okay.
But, okay, so let's talk about, all right, so per establishment bins,
Like a little bit
what's the
Christmas.
max? 6?
Yeah, we have to,
Yeah.
because we already have 6.
All right, I'm lost. Where are
Well,
we?
we
now?
don't want any more than 6 per
But on-
establishment.
I think it should.
Yeah,
maybe we
There's
should-
not any page, I'm just adding.
yeah, no more than
So
6.
where are you? Still-
I am
I turned the page and I lost my spot.
Yeah.
on the permitting part.
So
I
on
don't know where to
permitting-
put, they don't, on Southbridge's.
They're not
regs, They don't
limiting?
have a max bins or anything like that.
Right, let's,
So
So
I
we
don't know
wanna
where
do
to
an-
put it.
An 8.1.
But it should be on the size of the lot too, because you're not gonna go having a small lot and put 6 bins on it.
Maybe we can go, right?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
I'm trying to
'Cause
see
then they'll
what
be in the
section
road.
put it in, is what you're saying, right? What
Right,
section?
yeah.
Instead of in the parking lot.
Property.
Permitting,
Yeah.
Display, timeliness.
Most of them know
How
our
about
setback,
Orders,
The,
penalties.
like even the school, they put them on the grass instead of in the parking lot.
Mhm.
obviously.
bins over a certain number would require a, public hearing.
Yeah,
And then we
for
get
lot
the
size.
opportunity to look at it.
Correct, yeah, okay.
How's that?
More than 6 bins
Well,
requires a
there.
public hearing.
We're
No.
not gonna get-
Why don't we
Who
just
needs
have them
more
there?
than
I
6
know,
bins?
why don't we just have
Okay,
them- and
let's
now
just
we'll
do
be done with
6.
it, 'cause then they, oh, I want you. Well, they
But what
don't-
happens
do this
is
one.
Trish just pointed out, guy's got a 50,000 square foot lot, 6 bins. Guy's got a 10,000 square foot lot and a building, and the bins are gonna be on the sidewalk.
No,
They're not gonna
no,
take away
that's
from
not,
their
you can't do
parking.
that.
They're not stupid.
Yeah,
They're not gonna take away from parking.
No, put it on
They can't put it on a
public property.
sidewalk.
Well, okay,
That's what our permitting is all about. We're gonna have to see what it
okay,
looks like.
okay,
right?
so you don't wanna do 6 bins
So
with max?
maybe we should put that as part of the permit application, that the max amount per establishment.
yeah, put it on
is.
the form.
Okay, fine.
But it
guess
should be 6
there.
per so much square feet. I mean, you're not gonna
Correct.
say,
I agree.
you can have 6, you can have 6.
Right.
I mean, look at what we have
One
with
bin
the
for
chickens.
ten
It's the
thousand
same
square feet
type
or
of thing.
something?
Right,
Same issue.
I know.
5 years later,
Yeah.
here we are.
do it this way,
revisiting it.
6
It's gonna
per
happen.
40,000 square foot lot, whatever. Now, what
On
happens
lots-
about the ones? that
On
are-
lots less than an acre, you're limited to.
How about first on, this-
That works.
on section 5,
Oh, back to 5.
yeah, restrictions as you use.
Yeah, that's good.
Put
Yeah,
it
add
under
in the
there
use.
where
yeah.
the maximum amount per establishment.
All right, so we can do a 5.2.3.
Correct, yeah.
Let's put it there.
So 1 acre lots are allowed 6 maximum.
Max 6 bins per establishment,
Yeah, and then,
or per permit, or per, what's it, control, per,
You don't wanna put square footage in there.
I
as
don't,
well.
I don't know, I'm just doing the bit, just, we were trying to figure where to put it, and now we can talk about like how big of an area.
Right,
So
okay.
you guys, what do you think?
okay, so I think if it's an acre, you can have the 6 bins. If it's a quarter of that,
Wow.
you can have 2. That's it. Well, can't have 1.5.
Acre's big, isn't it?
2.
13560.
Quarter acre is like,
Well, how big is?
10,000
how
square
big
foot
is
lot.
Larry's?
you ever seen what that looks like?
How big is that?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
No, that's.
I know,
that
that's what I
has
mean,
three.
right now.
Yeah, but fence is deep.
But that's
It's
what I'm
very
saying, if
deep
you,
lot. You know,
it
How
is.
big of a lot is it?
I'm gonna say it's 3/4 maybe.
3/4? You think it's
Yeah,
3/4?
I think so.
Oh, it looks tiny.
Yeah, it does.
Well, put it this way, an acre, 200
I don't
by
even
200.
think, I don't even think Larry's has an acre.
I don't think
Even
so
then, an
either.
acre?
yeah.
I don't think they have an acre.
They don't. I would say Larry's is 1/2 to 5/8. So, but I think Vets goes way back to that other street. What's that other
I
street?
know,
off
you
Myron?
you think it's way back, but it's really not that far.
Or so much footage.
It's not
frontage.
far.
It's not far. Okay.
Because I walked it.
Okay. So maybe it's a 1/2 acre. then.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 3/4.
It's $100 per donation bin in Southbridge.
Okay,
Per donation.
Per
bin.
donation.
That's
Per
perfect.
How much is it?
$100
That's fine.
donate box registration fee, $100
For
per
each one?
That's, oh yeah, I wasn't thinking anything less than 75, so 100, I like.
Oh, I'm over here like
Bruce, do you
20
want me to
bucks.
send this to you as
No.
well? These are the minutes from Southbridge. They had the.
Put it this way,
Well,
here.
make them second guess. what they
Oh, cool, sure.
we can't pay Bruce enough to go down there if it's $20 a bin. Yeah,
Well, he shouldn't have to go down.
no, what I'm
If he
saying,
passes it and sees it, he calls the owner and that's.
Correct.
We haven't got to the violation,
Correct,
the
yeah, we do that.
enforcement yet.
All right, so
So let's
half
talk
acre?
about, all right, so 6 bins, right? So what, 1/2 acre, a minimum,
Mhm.
1/2
Yeah, minimum,
acre
yeah.
lot per, what, how many? 6 per max?
I would
How are we
just
gonna
keep
rate
the
this?
max 6.
Max
altogether.
6, yeah.
Per
6 is a lot.
yeah, but
establishment.
if you don't do it, a lot size,
A max of 6.
I'm trying to
if
do a lot
it's,
size.
if it's
now.
quarter acre,
half
it's
lot.
3 max. You can't just say 6 on no matter what, then you're back to your
No,
square
no, I'm saying a max of 6
Per
bins.
establishment,
per lot.
per 1/2 acre lot.
That's fine.
Yeah, per half acre.
That's fine, you can do the 1/2 acre lot. So I mean, no.
Okay,
That's it, we need
It
to.
should be.
We gotta just put something.
All right.
We don't-
Okay, so All right, so let's go back. All right, so we got, do you have anything else on this page?
Oh, which one is it?
This is,
8.12. Yeah, you have down here,
And they have to renew. the
controller
permit every
must
year.
have,
Yeah. January
shall
1st.
have 60 days from date of adoption regulation to obtain a permit. I'm not doing 60, 30 is the max.
So I mean, that's a permitting. So what is this now?
Because you're
Where are
saying
you
in
looking? Where
January,
are you looking?
I'm down to 8.
8.4.
8.4.
If a donation box exists on site in the town of Bellingham prior to promulgation of these regulations, the controller shall have 60 days from the date of adoption. Nope, that's,
That's fair enough.
yeah.
You
That's
think so?
fair. Especially
When's
Because they have to
charging
get
fees.
things in, you
How
know,
many
they've already
days
had.
before
it.
January 1? What do we got?
Now they're gonna be up to March. I said, no, you
We're,
finish it.
we're,
by-
let's see, 20, so we got 11 days left here.
Do you want
That's
to say,
30.
say by January 1?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
Instead
these
of the
aren't gonna
60
be,
days?
wait a minute, no, because these aren't gonna be valid until January 1. This is saying the people that existing have it, already have it,
So they
They're
should
gonna-
already, they should
But
be
this is
given
gonna,
past
this
January
is
1.
gonna,
but they're not gonna have, this is,
they're gonna have to comply to this too.
Okay,
after
Yeah.
January
1st.
31st, period,
so all this,
for this one.
we're gonna have it ready by January 1st and they have to comply by that time frame?
31
Oh, we're gonna
days.
work on it until.
It's just like a
January
bill.
I don't
No,
know if a council is gonna have it done yet, we still have to do the application
1st?
part
Well,
of
so then we
it.
can't put a date until we know when she is gonna finish.
Well, that's what our.
no,
goal
they're
is.
saying 60 days. I'm saying 60 is too long.
60 days from once this is approved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And if we're charging $100 a bin, I think 60 days is fair.
there's not much to comply with here, all they have to do is fill out the permit application.
That's what I'm saying. So why do they have to wait? We have to wait 60 days. If they're complying with an application. They get it done. They have to get it done. By January, you know,
I just think anything with fees, we should always give people a little bit more time. That's my personal
put it this way, you only get 30 days to pay your bills.
Let's put
That
30
is
days.
true.
30 days, that's it.
All right,
That's all we
there
have
we
to
go.
say.
I mean, council will
You don't even-
recommend a
you-
change there.
You don't even get on your credit card more than 30 days,
Okay, 30
to pay
days.
your bill, whatever. you know.
We'll meet in the middle. 30
If not, there's interest. Okay,
All right,
I'll
30
give them
days.
60. they
This
can
is
pay
just the
double.
people that already have the bins.
Correct,
We'll get 30 days. I don't think there's much that they need to do except do the permit fees and give
Correct.
us the money
Correct, yeah.
because all, everything
Right.
else seems pretty right. Okay. And then the only thing I had on this page 2, section 9, the Bellingham Department of Inspectional Services Divisions of the Board of Health and Buildings. We don't have a Board of Health and Buildings. So we just take out. just
well, we
say-
do, inspectional services.
Well, that's already there.
Oh,
It says
okay,
Bellingham
fine.
Department of
Oh,
Inspection
yeah, okay.
Services.
Board
And
of
then
Health.
just put board, not divisions of, but Board of Health.
Yeah, okay. Now,
And the Bellingham Police Department and their
Okay, I think that'll
designated
work.
agents are
Okay.
hereby authorized to enforce this
That's
code.
fine.
So there's 3 departments.
That's
That's fine, right?
So you want to take out divisions, and just
Divisions
make
of
it be
the-
Board of Health?
yeah.
And then take out in buildings. That's probably what that town has their
Yeah.
department.
That's what they might be
Yeah.
calling, yeah.
Correct, okay.
Okay, next page.
So we said the
We're
Bellingham
getting-
Department of Inspection, we should make it inspectional services, so
Yeah.
it matches the
Yeah.
title. Board of Health and the Bellingham Police
Police
Department.
Department.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
And then the designated agents work if we have.
Correct.
Okay. All right, next one is.
So does that
9.2.
mean Robbie could enforce as well?
Sure. why not?
No, I'm just,
Not Robbie, but even Laura.
yeah, yeah,
Making a.
yeah,
phone call.
Laura's
I
an
mean,
agent as
yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give Laura a ticket book.
Laura's on-
She's the
on this.
controller of the ticket.
Okay.
Get her a badge. She might need it.
9.2 orders. All right, Vinnie, this is
Okay.
you, this is you. This,
Okay, so-
this is where you can get all excited because this is where. Did you pass enforcement? We're in it now.
We're in
We're
it. Okay, so
Alright,
I
so
guess,
yeah. This is upon finding a violation now.
correct.
Okay.
So we had stuff in front there saying the first offense was 300. Okay, and then someone says 500. So
Well,
that'd
first,
be fine.
we're up here first. So up here,
Okay,
it's
fine.
saying that the owner or controller at their address provided on the application for permit is the person that is being contacted, right?
Correct,
And then to the address as depicted on the donation box or the
right.
owner of, so it's giving them all the options. So if somebody doesn't, all right. And then number 7
Does that
says,
mean you go after the owner or the controller?
it
Or
says
is it
or.
either or?
It says the owner
Owner
or controller
or controller.
or the address depicted on the donation, or the owner listed on the assessor's
So it could
card.
be any one of the three.
Any one of the
Correct.
3, but obviously I
Now-
would start with the one with the permit. that issued.
Okay, now it says if no contact can be confirmed, that's the only way that
Yep.
you have not less than 7. In other words, if you can't find them. I
in
guess
the-
that was confusing. What
In
was
the
that?
permit, I'm gonna have a 24-hour contact.
Yeah,
Correct. What I'm
number
saying is, in
requirement.
order to correct the donation, we're not giving them 7 days to correct the
it
thing.
says if no contact can be confirmed,
Okay, fine.
which it should be confirmed with the permit application with the. phone number and
Correct. We should
everything.
have correct information.
Notice of
Okay.
violation shall be satisfied by posting of the order to correct on the donation box for no. So in other words, they're saying if nobody
Okay,
can't contact
it's
them,
gonna
they're
be-
gonna put an order right
it's
on
like
the
a-
bin for 7 days.
It's like, what do you call it? Cease and desist
Yeah,
or.
foreclosure notice,
Foreclosure.
auction. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll auction off the box at the highest bidder.
No, no, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know what yellow boxes, but whatever. That's fine.
So we like that? Do we like
Yeah,
that?
that's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
all right.
Okay.
All right, so now here's your penalties.
Okay, so in the first violation, the violating person, permit holder, his or her agents or other person non-compliant with the provision of this regulation shall receive a fine of 500 or 300.
Well, right now it's with one. So you're saying. the
I know,
first-
that's
Yeah.
what they had.
Yeah, so you're saying the first offense, you want to knock them with $500.
Well,
Well, no, I think it's kind of like the tobacco thing. It's like how we have it. We
Yeah.
start off little and then. bam.
yeah, we don't have 100 tobacco. So,
But they also don't have here, maybe we just haven't gotten to it.
let's do the first one, 300. I mean, it's a littering fee. If you throw
That's
something on the
what-
road right
yeah.
now, it's $300.
yet.
We have three to
There's
500
nothing
on the
here. Did I
litter.
miss anything here where it shows timeframes on when it has to be? removed? We haven't got-
No,
Nope, it's
you
just-
said we're gonna get back to that, so we have to add that in.
No, I don't see it yet.
Yeah, it's further in.
It is further. in?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
fine.
this isn't-
Okay.
Removal, it's in 942.
Okay, fine. So I think it should be 300, because I've standing trash on the road, if you get caught, it's $300.
What would you,
Minimum.
say- what, all right, so you're saying 300 for the first one,
300,
for the
yeah.
second? Well, no, this is just discussion, so don't write
Okay,
it down
discussion,
yet.
okay. fine.
Second offense would be what?
I would double it, 600,
Third offense would be what?
900,
Okay, see why we didn't want to put $500 into it?
correct, okay.
Okay.
right.
So you're saying.
And
so
then you have
3,
a
6,
fine,
9,
you
and
have
then
fine.
fourth offense, they got a fourth offense here. one more.
Fine, fourth offense, the box will be removed, and they will be visiting the Board of Health to determine how long.
It
the
looks like it's
suspension-
been, it looks like it's.
It
removed.
already says that.
So, all
Yeah, it's revoked, okay.
right, so you're saying 3, 6, and 9.
Yeah.
Tricia, what do you think? Tricia?
Don't ask me, I'm the go lightly one.
I mean, it can't be
I
less
like
than.
100, 250, and 500.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, if I got a vote, I say I like that too, but otherwise, I'm gonna have to get a bulletproof vest.
Well, yeah, but you don't have that now for living.
I know, I got one
Yeah,
on
but you
order
don't
though.
have
No, what I'm saying is that we have, that's not what we have for littering, or if you get caught littering,
We have up to 500.
correct, so you'd say we make it 100 first. Give them a variance.
1,255,
Not really.
250.
yeah, 1,255.
1, 2, 250, 500.
Yeah.
I mean, the first offense is gonna wake up most people.
Okay,
Now, this is where we should put the time.
we could go 150, 300,
300.
5, 150, 300, 5. 6.
We'll do 2, 3, 5. Keep Benny happy too.
Okay, yeah, 2, 3, 5.
It's like an auction, do I hit it? Who's
I
got
like the
gavel?
idea that it's more than doubled on the second, and then it's double. for the-
Yeah.
I kind of like the 1, 2, but I'll go with whatever, $350 more. I
think-
would be fine with.
I mean, I think 1, 255, I think is fine. We can always revisit this at some point if we need to.
Keep in mind, they're also gonna be now paying per bin,
Right.
and they're gonna lose
Yeah.
their bin
No,
altogether.
I got a
after the
question.
third
Okay, wait a
offense.
minute. I'll only go with that on the one condition. You have 6 bins and there's litter. If it's in front of 3 bins, is it 3 bin violation or is it 1 bin violation?
That's a good question.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now,
I'm glad you asked that, because I was gonna ask it.
we're not going to 100 if it's 100, you got 6 bins and the guy's got 1 bin and he's got trash out there, it's 100, no way. Because the one at Larry's is unbelievable.
Yeah, but they
You wanna
usually
make
just
sure it's
lean
gonna
it
stand
against
up
one
though, if the
bin.
guy can test
No,
it,
no, no,
goes
it's
to
in
court.
front, the entire bins, and if you look carefully, there's trash behind the bins.
Oh, yeah.
They have not been picking that up.
Well, I've also noticed that they've been hiding stuff behind the bin. so
Yeah,
it's
I
not
told him
front.
to go look that, I think you'll find it's gone now.
Okay, there was a big blue item back there. I don't know if it was a blue
No, it was a TV.
I
TV.
think
Okay,
just
great.
the one.
Yeah, so. I don't know.
I don't know if you can fine per box, I think you gotta fine per
How could you do
violation.
that?
I know, I think $600 for the first offense. If you have 6 bins.
Yeah.
So,
Fine's fine, then.
huh?
If you throw 1 cup or 2 cups, you're still getting a $500 fine. It doesn't matter.
I think it's per violation, not per box.
Okay, well, in
You
that
make
case,
it hard.
in that case, we
But
got.
what if the guy appeals it and it gets in the court, then do we
All right.
gotta go?
Well, let's discuss not just the fine here. The first offense is what? We have to, if there's dumping outside of these bins, we're gonna talk about time frame. We're gonna talk about all that.
Yeah,
That's-
24
that's-
hours. Actually, end of shift. I'm
Well,
not
it
gonna go
depends if it's on a
24 hours.
weekend, Benny.
Huh?
And depends on if it's on a weekend.
What if an establishment's open 24 hours? End of shift, when's end of shift? Someone's always in.
It's whoever, whoever takes over the keys for the next shift, they gotta go out and clean the lot. Sorry, that's the way it goes in restaurants.
24 hours is impossible. You can't do it in 24 hours.
Yeah,
No, you can't, especially if it's a 3-day weekend. These bin companies aren't
I'm not-
servicing it.
See, you're putting it on the bin companies. I'm putting it on the owner. That owner locks his door at the end of the night, goes home. He picks the stuff up, puts it in his dumpster. If not, I'm losing my mind. This is not a decent regulation. It's right back to where you're
I'm not-
depending
I'm
on
not doing
Planet A.
24 hours. What do you think? And this is discussion, so let's talk about the timeframe.
Why can't we put 24/2? Because I mean, if it's on a weekend, like we put a time frame like that.
Yeah, but you're putting it back to Planet A, and it's not working. When there's a 3-day weekend plus holiday.
You know what?
out
It's
there
not
for 4
working
days.
now.
It won't work.
We're calling Planet Aid now, but we're no longer calling Planet Aid any longer. No longer calling Planet Aid.
Okay,
We're
so
calling.
why are you giving the owner? He's gonna call them and they say, okay, it'll be picked up by, as Bruce said, 7 by Monday. Fine, it was 7, maybe, or 8, it was picked up. One weekend it wasn't. Their driver
We're
was.
no longer calling the donation companies.
Correct.
We are calling the person that issued that.
Right,
gets the
so
fine.
you don't wanna, I wanna tell them. You have 24 hours or the end of your shift to pick that stuff up. I'll be nice, I'll say 24 hours. It's not gonna be there Sunday at 7 in the morning. If you saw it at 7 on Saturday, it's gone by nightfall in your dumpster.
We really only have problems with 1 lot.
Right.
The
And it's
Maybe
right
3
out in front of
altogether.
Bellingham.
ones that we see
Put it this way,
on the
yeah,
main road.
if it was the one near
But
Bellingham
if
lumber,
you-
I wouldn't complain,
have a
there's not many people
dumpster.
see it.
If I agree.
There's
with-
no excuse for that though. One
There-
can't have it
no, no.
because it's.
What I'm saying is, you come into the center of our town, it'd be like having it at Stop and Shop, coming in from Woonsocket, Blackstone to Bellingham, and you see trash. The first thing you see,
Well,
You know.
coming from Franklin, that's the first thing you see going right Bellingham lumber. That's the other.
that's not the most traveled route. I can tell you right now, Hartford Avenue,
I travel all the time.
there
You see
are,
the traffic?
there are less.
You see the
The
traffic
only,
at the light?
the only traffic you have down there is people cutting, they don't even care, they're going to Woonsocket, they're driving it,
We all live down there. Do you see traffic down there? There's a lot of traffic down there.
I'm a Southie.
there is.
Yeah,
There's definitely more in North Valley.
there is more.
Sure,
I'm
I
not saying
kinda
that. I'm
Right.
saying it shouldn't be just because they're there that.
No,
No,
I'm saying
wow.
it's,
It has
it's
to
the
be.
center, it's the
it
off
has to be standard for
495,
everyone, Yeah, but I
know,
think that.
109, whatever.
I do think that once this is all put into place and they know that
We're
they have to get this
serious.
permit, they're paying for this permit, they're gonna get these, things are gonna change.
Just like the
They have to,
tobacco.
if not,
No,
then
what
they're
you're
gonna wanna
saying
get
is-
rid of their bins.
No, they'll never get a first offense because you're gonna give them 48 hours. No way, I'm not giving them 48 hours.
Right, if it
We're
happens
not
on a
looking for
Friday.
them to give us a fine. We want to work with these people. It's not like these
Correct.
people have put a
So-
mattress out there, and you have to understand that too.
Right,
They're not the ones putting the mattress
No.
out there.
but.
Yeah, but
who's-
one guy working his shift.
Right, at
he's
the
all
end
by
of his
himself.
shift, he's all done.
He
He's
wants
got,
to leave. He's not the owner or.
he can
the-
close up 5 minutes early, go grab the stuff, and put it in the dumpster, or put it near his dumpster,
So.
behind it.
So do
yeah.
you wanna?
24 hours is not realistic. It's just not realistic.
48 ain't working, okay? Because
Snowstorms.
we have
Why
to
can't
look at this.
why can't we just do 24 to 48? I
holiday
don't
week-
understand.
holiday weekends.
that's that'll get thrown out in the hot beating court. They'll say, well, he told me 24 to 48.
How are you gonna
Um,
date stamp all this? You have to take pictures of it each time with the date
No,
stamp.
you
and
just
the
go
time?
in and give them a warning thing.
And then I said, that's a different box than before. That's not the same box. Well, how do you know though? That's my question.
Well,
If they got,
I would take a picture of it.
is it date stamped?
Do they?
I hope
You
so.
have to
have
approve.
Yeah.
What they do?
For violation timeframe?
Yeah,
They don't have any of that in there, right? There's
No.
nothing here.
They didn't, that's why. I
And that's
figured.
why we want to do it, is because, you know, you've got a lot of gray areas here, man. You've got a lot of.
No, it's the other way. It's absolutely, there's no change.
what
You'll
other ones?
never be able to issue the first offense because it was,
You're.
the owner
focusing-
took
you
care of it.
Want to issue a fee.
no. I want them to clean it up.
Yeah, you do.
No, I want them to clean it up. If you make it long, they'll never get to the fine thing because you'll say, oh, wow, they had 48 hours to pick it up. And Planet Aid picked it up. That's shirking the responsibility from the owner who's getting paid
All
money
right, so you.
to the Planet Aid
We
company.
call and say you've got trash out there and they say, we just picked it up. Okay, good.
Fine. I'll go by and check it out. They're
How
gonna
do
be
you know
waiting.
it's the different box? You gotta go inspect and take a
Before-
picture? I mean, how are you gonna do this?
I've actually opened up boxes to see what the heck was going on.
I'm looking. for
Paint.
But you see what I mean? You gotta.
If I find a label on there.
Paint, pool supplies, stuff that's hazardous material should not be out there.
And you can't be put in a dumpster either.
No, they,
No, you can't put that in a dumpster.
technically you put it behind
Tires,
yours,
can't
then
put
you
that in a
take it down
dumpster
to,
either.
can they take it to DPW to hold for a day? No, they have to pay. To
But you
get
see
rid
what I'm
of,
saying?
just like a TV set now, is hazardous waste. in
It's
this
the
state.
resident, it's the person that's.
And when they
dumping
throw it
stuff.
there, what is Planet
They
Aid
should
do?
just get rid
I
of
don't
it.
know.
All right, so what happens when the owner puts up a camera and he can show you who did it? Then
That's
who
fine.
gets the fine?
The person, if he wants to
Person
do it,
dumping,
yeah, the person
I would
does.
think.
Yeah.
No, I'm just throwing that
Yeah,
out there.
I would
No,
think.
it's just like us, I said to you, we're taking the camera off.
Because Larry's does have cameras.
They don't reach out. We already tried that. I already got a letter stating I want to
He
look at
might
the
be able
cameras.
to swap that out, no one knows
He
what's
should.
gonna happen, you know what I mean? But I mean,
He
if
should.
they come to you and say it was Rhode Island registration 20615.
Well, he's gotta go after it. He's gotta file a complaint with the police department.
Yeah, he's the one.
They were
getting the
little.
fine.
Right.
He's the one getting the fine, and then
Correct.
he can go after them.
Well,
I don't know
mean,
how that works.
No, I guess the board of health would assist in that, right? I don't know. He got him on camera. We can go to the police department a lot easier than they can and get the address and name and then send them a fine. But,
I don't know what it is.
I mean, I'm also trying to avoid us having to put cameras everywhere and
Well, it shouldn't be our
well,
responsibility.
we'll talk
to
about the
do
time then at the next meeting, because this, we're not
We
getting,
can go
we're talking in
forever.
circles.
All right, and the second case of a violation within 2 calendar years, which is kind of like tobacco, right?
Yeah,
Violating
yeah.
person, permit holder, and non-compliance.
You gonna do a two-year span?
I think that's a
Okay.
good idea.
So we're,
Shall be
what was?
So the
figure?
second offense is 250,
You
and then it says suspended for 7 days. How do you suspend it for 7 days?
know, how do you do that?
You can't
No.
like shut off the bin because they're just gonna throw it on the ground.
What do you do? Put caution tape on it?
You can't, they're gonna throw it on the
They
front.
just put it on the
Yeah,
ground?
so we have to take the suspension of 7 days out of there because you can't suspend a bin. People are gonna just throw it on the ground anyway. See what I mean?
I don't know.
What are they have to do?
Right.
Come pick them up?
Yep.
Let's come pick the bins up?
To do that, because that's what it says in the other thing, bins will be removed.
Where does it say that?
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, when we said that they're suspended, they can't have it anymore, they gotta remove them, but
Right,
not for the second offense.
well, if the
It
permit's
says the
suspended,
permit shall be
I
suspended for 7 days. What is
don't
it?
know,
How do you suspend a bin?
turn the bin around.
They're gonna,
No, they'll throw it.
they're gonna throw it on the ground. They do
I
it
don't know,
now
I don't know.
because it doesn't
They
fit
do
in
it
the
now.
little spot.
Correct, yeah.
It's the people doing it, not the establishment. That's what stinks.
Well, they don't
And
have to
the
have
prob-
these
you
bins,
know what
but
the
they
problem
choose
is?
to have them, so I don't feel bad
Yeah,
for
no,
them.
I know, but the problem is people, they leave all their stuff and people drive by and they see it. And then the next day, they're, oh, it's gone. See, they took it, but they don't realize that they didn't take it. It's the DPW, it's the company has to put money out to get rid of it. It's not the donation company taking it necessarily, you know? So like, oh, they got rid of the TV there. I'm gonna throw my TV there. You know, that's what I think is
I
going
know,
on.
it's,
It's a
Well,
problem.
It'll get worse for every holiday, it'll get worse
So
as
take this as-
winter comes too, because
That
sometimes-
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, okay, so we'll take out,
take out the,
the permit shall be suspended for 7
Yeah,
days
I-
on the second
I
offense.
agree.
You can't suspend a permit, you can't. How do you do that? All right, the third offense is 2 calendar years. And it's a $500 fine.
And
Then you're gonna
again,
take that last.
Yeah.
Yep.
30, like you said, it's gonna make it worse. All right, fourth offense, in the case of fourth offense, within 2 calendar years of the first, filing person shall have their permit immediately revoked in the control order to remove. We like that one, right?
Yeah. we like
Okay,
that
we
one.
love that one.
Wait a minute.
He wants to read it
I
again.
know.
Yeah, no, I have
That's a
that.
good
The
one.
return of those boxes will be dependent upon the determined by the Bellingham Board of Health when it happens.
Say this again?
The return of those boxes will be determined by the
No,
Bellingham.
there's no
Board of
return.
Health.
No,
No,
there's
it's
no return. You lose your
revoked.
permit, you're
Okay.
done.
It's revoked, that's even
Okay.
better.
Blackball.
Even better, okay,
You're
fine.
giving them a chance again. Bill.
That's fine,
See?
that's
First you
fine.
want to hard, give
Well,
them a
no, no,
fine,
I
now you
mean-
want to give them a chance. And just get rid of the last one, periods of suspension, we're not doing periods of suspension,
Fine,
it's
okay,
revoked, right? So get rid of that whole section, Bruce.
Okay.
But
All right,
we still have to
we're
cross
almost
time and fees, you know.
Now, the first offense, were we at 100?
100.
Okay,
Second offense, 250.
250.
Third offense, 5.
all right.
Fourth offense, no more bins, revoked immediately, permit immediately revoked, and the controller has to remove the donation bins.
The problem is you have to have a time in it now, or else you'll never
Within
get.
what,
a
within
You'll never
5
get. a fine.
days?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's fair enough.
What was
5
that?
business days.
What was this?
Yeah, 5 business days. Remove within 5,
Okay.
the control within 5 business days. Failure to correct a violation. Undertake such corrective action.
So, This still could get revised by Bruce, send it to the attorney, and the only thing is we add is the time frame.
We still have to add the time frame.
Yeah, I still want 24 hours.
Right, I tell.
The owner,
Necessary to
you know-
prevent public nuisance. All right, so next one is removal of the donation box. Petition, whenever a property owner or controller fails, neglects, or refuses to make repairs or take other corrective actions specified in the order, the town agent authorized to enforce this code may petition the Board of Health acting under, I know whatever the code is, to remove the donation box from the site, hold the donation box for no less than 30 days, and thereafter dispose of the donation box, taking action the board seems appropriate.
So can
Do we want to go through?
we issue a,
No.
I don't
Mike,
think I want to do it with that, do you?
What's this now? You're gonna do,
how heavy are they? Can we sell them for scrap?
yeah.
Yeah, right, I know.
no, we're not holding them for 30 days. Like, they need to come pick them up.
So this is like a neighbor or somebody complaining as well. This is anybody that's complaining about it. And then we have to do a hearing and all that stuff. Let me just scratch all that.
What happens if the company doesn't come and pick it up when we tell them that they have to come pick it up? Where do the fines lay with that?
We probably
It's
have to
still
have
the
it
permit,
removed.
The permit, the person that got the issued permit, right? It's gonna be the,
Well, in Planet A's case, if they've got a permit and they refuse to come get it, you pull all their permits.
Right, but
Yeah.
then what?
What I'm saying is, how do you get rid of the box?
Yeah,
It'd be like a
if they
cop.
don't come pick them up,
Scrap it.
No, what happens, you could have it's just like the police. If you have a vehicle with no registration, it's left there, they tell you to remove it. Or you have 2 vehicles on a lot, one's unregistered, you only allow 1 per lot. Put it in a garage, you cover it, but if you don't register it, you leave it in the lot. They'll have it removed, and you'll pay the storage fee and whatever, the towing fee to get rid of it, you know.
well,
So
do
we
you think
can,
we should leave it because of that then?
I'm just saying we have to put something in there that tells.
Because you know what's gonna happen. It'll happen. One
Right,
of them will
it's
go
gonna-
under or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's already happened.
yeah, we got one, we don't know what to do
No,
with
they
it.
got rid, oh, which one?
On Harpin Street, the book,
The book?
Correct, the book bin. And it's full of books, right?
Yeah,
it's full of books. I cannot find anybody. I don't know what to do with it.
Well, who ordered the book then?
No idea.
Can
There's
we
no-
can we call the school?
They have no clue.
Yeah,
They
So
don't
what do you
know.
do in that aspect, like when a company
Jill-
goes out of business?
I talked to Jill.
And she's.
They don't,
That's strange.
it's like out at the street. It's not like all the other ones that are up in the back there. It's
Right,
like somebody dropped it and forgot about
We
it.
got a little tow thing that we used to pick up the manhole thing. Have to pick it up, put it in a
Book
truck,
burning.
take it to the recycle center, throw it in the dumpster.
it's chock full.
It's big.
Well, no, we can separate open the bin,
How?
Both
drill out
sides.
the lock, open the bin, take the books, bring them down to recycling center, it's paper. Take the metal
Oh,
bin,
I bring the one. Oh,
either
yeah.
take it apart or pick it up, put it in the bin. We got a payload to go down, pick it up, put it in the bin.
How long has it been unattended? See, how do you put a bin on town property and just leave it? Like, somebody was getting a check for that. Can we ask Mary?
If-
Did she ever
I'll
get a
try,
check for that?
I'll try
Yeah,
and
that's
see
good.
what
Or
they
maybe,
come up
or
with,
maybe
but
they literally just put it there and didn't
the
ask.
company's
permission.
gone. The company
you
went,
know?
the
How do
front, they lost
But
their,
somebody must have given them
webpage, they-
permission to put
the phone number.
Somebody did, they probably
disconnected.
retired.
from the town.
Yeah, I don't know, whoever it was.
Somebody got a check though.
Yeah, but who's this, which department in the town was managing that land? The school?
It's the school department.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that
Maybe we
case,
can
somebody in
ask
school
one of the
must
other
know
book
about it.
bin people if they'll come get those books, if we open it.
Correct.
They'll take the books.
Yeah, the green ones, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
The one over
if they
by
take,
Vets.
if they take the books. then
Let me
maybe
see if
we
I can get a
open the
number
bin.
off the one done like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
say that one's a new one.
I would tell them.
Tell
Then they
us
might
it's-
want to drop
That
another
one,
bin over
by the
there.
way,
No.
that,
No,
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 because you need a permit.
just so you know, that book bin showed up on Ved's property. And he has no knowledge of why.
He has one too?
Yes,
They just went and just started dropping them off?
Supposedly.
I asked him.
I would, if I were him,
I
I'd call him up. and
Tell
say,
him you
"Hey,
gotta
any
get,
work
I had,
done?"
he had to get
Yeah.
rid of the mattress, and I said, you know, who's responsible for that box? I have no idea, it just showed up.
That Save More Gas has like 3 bins there, and that's always a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a dumpster, I've been down there a few
No,
times.
it's the bins, they got bins next to the dumpster. It's always a
Yeah,
mess.
well,
You
people
don't
can't
notice
tell.
it because it's not right on the street, but you got plenty of bins along 126 and that's a problem.
Okay. Yeah, but at least those are
They're
unsightly
hidden, so it doesn't mean
to the eye.
anything.
No, it is a violation of the rules.
No biggie.
However, if it's in your backyard, you can't see it.
You
It's
can't
not
be
like the
arbitrary
public.
and capricious, you have to treat them all
That's
equal.
right.
Agree,
I-
I agree.
See, we have, there has to be a plan in place because if these businesses go under, we're gonna be stuck with all these bins. And
Yeah.
what do you do with them? And if they do like that company did, got rid of their website, cancel their phone number, like how do you track these people down?
There's nothing.
Well, you know what it
I
is,
spent
you
the
know.
whole day chasing that one, there's nothing. to
You know,
show
like
for it.
when you put something out front for a white good, don't even call DPW first, just wait. It'll be gone in less than 5 hours.
So
So
somebody scraps it.
put a sign on, it's just like when I go to Larry sometimes and there's people looking. You know, I want to put a big sign on, this is littering. If you want anything here, go ahead and take it. So there's been a couple of people, I said, yeah, take it, take whatever you want. Swing set, bikes, they've taken, it helped me a little bit because somebody picked up the trash.
So we'll leave the removal of the donation bin thing on there, because like you said, and inevitably it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, we'll leave it.
Okay.
Recovery of costs, and repairs and maintenance.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Oh, I was following, they told you, what's,
943.
943, what are we doing?
We're leaving it.
we're leaving it.
Nine
Leaving
four
it.
two
Okay,
and 943. 943, well, that's fine, that's good to keep that in there. 945, obviously they have to have a right to appeal, so you got to put that in there.
Right.
So
And-
now let's go back to section 6, which is labeling, because now we know we have to make this punishable fine up to $500,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it does say, yeah, recovery costs.
Yeah. So we want to keep that.
We need to keep something.
Yeah, just in case
They
we have
fail
to try to
to
recover our
remove
costs. Right now,
Do
we
we
don't know
want a
who's gonna.
max amount of bins for the whole town?
Yes,
Do we want to
Yes.
go that last?
yes, we do.
How many do you think we should, is too many?
How many we have?
1,000?
How many establishments do we have? Say 10%.
I think you guys gone over this, I was seeing if I could find the minutes that it was in, so we would know. time
Yeah.
frame.
There was. Did that whole spreadsheet.
we doing up to 5 or 6?
We're doing 6 per
No,
establishment.
no, the punishable by a fine of up to 500?
500.
Five.
No, it's just 500, not
Yeah.
up to.
Oh, really?
Right, is it up to?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it's
because
up
we
to.
have 1, 2,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 stages, so up to, yeah. I mean, if it's a really bad violation, we got the option of always issuing a bigger fine too.
Started discussing this in 2017.
It could have been.
17, no.
I don't know, this is nuts.
Anyway, let's, since the only thing left on this thing is let's just do 24 hours, that's it.
No, we're not, I'm not agreeable to that yet. 24 hours, it's just not enough time. But I'm just one person, so. I'm giving you a little bit longer, not much more longer, but I still think more than 24 hours.
That's it. I say the end of
30
shift.
hours.
It's just to make it the end of a shift. That's it. The owner has got an establishment. It's not a private lot. It's not an abandoned lot. They have a business. They come out, they have to clean up every night. They clean their parking lot. They close their bin. They lock it. They need to pick up the
How are
stuff.
you gonna prove that? I keep going back to that. How are you gonna say? This, I
It doesn't get dumped at night.
I did pick it up. That's all new stuff. How are you gonna prove that that hasn't been picked up?
If
in
you've
24 hours?
gone there, you have to have taken a picture.
I had time stamped and dated.
I think we should just revisit that.
You
one
can just
part
look at the box.
next
You can
meeting.
tell if something is different, whatever.
We can revisit it, but it's still gonna be the same.
Well,
Put a label on it. You know, the trash, they put the orange label on if you're in a violation. So carry a label and timestamp the label.
Then you take a picture of the label.
Yeah, no,
we
but I
can't
mean.
call him and be like, you need to go put a
We don't
label
know
on there
your
right now.
labels.
They
I
just
know,
sent
that's more work
trash."
for you, Bruce.
I nominate Vinnie for weekend duty.
I said you use the warning form, you put down, this is your warning. I observed on this day.
You can say that, Vinny, but what's gonna happen is they're gonna take it, move things around. This is different. This is all new stuff. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. They're gonna say, no, this is new. And
What do you
they're
think is a good time frame?
48.
So just put 24 to 48, depending on the situation. If it's a
At
weekday,
least 48, yeah.
if it's a weekday, right, they see it at night, 9 o'clock, they call in the morning, they should come out that day.
I
and
called
come
this
pick it up.
morning and that guy was
But if
there
it's
by
the
noon time.
weekend,
But
then
we
it's
can't depend
48.
on that.
No, no, I
It's
know.
not
You-
always like
Yeah,
that.
if you
at
call
all.
on a Friday, it may not be till Monday
I
till 7
know, that's
o'clock.
my point.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when
And
you
then
have a
you got
holiday
rain,
weekend,
you've
it'll
got
be more than
snowstorms,
48.
you
I
got
should say
hurricanes, you
24
got
to
long
48,
weekends.
just say 24 to 48.
so where are we putting that? Under,
The violations.
Keeps everybody happy.
No,
You
I'm
want
just
to
trying
put
to-
First violation.
more than put 24 to 48 hours.
We have to put like,
so where are we putting
there's
that?
penalties, but maybe we should do violations.
Where's the violation?
We don't have one, that's my point. So
Okay, so we
maybe
gotta add in,
maybe between, I'm funny, they keep referencing violations, but they
The
don't. have
problem is,
anything
though,
here
if
in
you go like
Section.
24 to 48, you'll never ever be able to have the first or second offense,
So
or third.
first,
You'll never have a third.
let's make.
You'll
sec-
never have a first.
Instead of section 9 enforcement, make that section 10. And we'll make section 9 violations. And we'll
Right, so
define what
we'll call-
violations are.
we'll call this 10 and then number out accordingly.
Yeah,
What's a 10 one?
Well, yeah, it only goes to 10, so that'll become 11.
yeah. So we'll make
And then
section,
add in-
11.1.
section 9 violations,
add
and then
in
we'll
section
work on the
9.
violations part. So basically, anything outside of the bin, left outside of the bin is considered dumping.
Correct. But you have to,
But we have to define what a violation is. then, that's what I'm saying. So
Correct. what I'm saying
Anything
is you will never get a violation if it's outside the bin, even if you timestamp it, because you're giving them, you're taking the owner,
you
the
gotta
owner's
give them
getting
a
the
chance-
fine,
You
not,
have to give the owner
Larry.
a chance to pick it up.
that's
They're
right.
pretty
He
busy
doesn't
working
need,
inside.
no, when he ends his
But what
shift,
Vinny's
he has to
saying,
go
I know what you're
and pick
both
it up.
saying. Vinny is saying that
you're putting
now
out
we're
plan
putting
A,
this on the owner
Mhm.
right here.
and you're
So
not doing
the
it.
owner has 24 hours to pick it up,
Correct,
not the company.
not the company,
It's
that's what I'm
not-
saying.
That's what he's saying.
I
But
understand
what
that.
we're saying is, in all reality, the company's still gonna come out and pick up stuff. If there's a huge amount of
And
stuff,
the amount of stuff that they're dumping can't go necessarily in a dumpster. You can't put paint, you can't put
No,
TVs, you
I'm-
can't
I'm-
put tires. We have all that outside these donation bins.
That's rare, but TV sets are not, stuff like that.
The other,
Mattresses are
the
not.
other 3 towns, and
Really?
actually,
Look at
there
that.
were 2 towns in Massachusetts, and then I got a regulation all the way out in California to compile the other draft that I had done.
Mhm.
And each of them have the bin controller the one that's cleaning
The donation. company.
the donation
Yeah.
company. But I mean,
What
that's what they've done.
What are they doing?
The person that's emptying and servicing the
Yeah.
bin is responsible for removing the trash.
But we also
No,
have it here
that's
that
not
they have to
working
come out
now,
every 2
so.
days too.
Well, no, I think that's.
No, that's the.
No, we didn't have
person
the time.
picking up the
That's
bins,
maintenance, yeah.
which means is they have to come out on the weekend. Monday morning,
Donation
you know,
box.
no, they have to come out on the weekend. They don't come on Friday. They have to come on Saturday, Sunday or Saturday. That's it.
If it's every 2 days, they come Friday, then the next time
Yeah,
that
but no,
they have to come
Monday.
is Monday.
Wednesday. Actually, Monday, yeah, Wednesday,
Mhm.
Friday, Sunday. So we can make it easier. You make it so it's either Saturday or Monday,
Where's
whatever.
that part?
I
Where's
don't know.
this 2 days again?
I don't think it was, I think it was someone.
What I'm saying to you,
No, it's
what
not
you're
Friday,
saying to me,
so-
it is right. The person getting the money is the owner of the land. The company is
Not
giving
owning the
them.
land.
No, no.
No, it's a person establishment that.
The establishment. What I'm saying is the company who picks it up. They're the one that's doing all the work now. Well, because, you know, there is value in that stuff, so.
Let's face it, the establishments have had it pretty easy so far because we've been calling the donation bins.
Yeah.
So we gotta stop doing that
Correct,
altogether.
but if you call the establishment and tell them like, I want that picked up before, by the end of business day. That's it, you know, so if you see it at 12 o'clock, they gotta pick it up by 11 o'clock at night, whenever they close. You know, and there's nobody open this 24/7. That hasn't been right now, I'm pretty sure about that, yep. Even liquor stores, they close. Well, by law, they have to close a certain time, so,
The gas stations are open that long? How long do they open?
no, they're not, we don't have a 24, well, we do, this is an alcohol, he doesn't have any bins up there.
Guys, I didn't make that up. It's in there somewhere.
I can't find it.
What was this one?
I thought it was something in the maintenance section.
So,
Choose something in 2 days. I don't understand.
no, that was me doing that.
Oh, that was
Thought it
him.
was in
He's the-
here.
He's the one. He's the one, well, we're in the middle of something.
I threw something, no, she said no.
No, he's the one that added that.
Right, I'm the one that
Yeah,
threw that
and
in.
I'm like.
It's
that's
not yet,
what he
it's not in there.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's, I
I
know,
was gonna say, I
I was
didn't
trying to
see
go back
it.
and find it,
Freaking
it's not there.
He's, yeah. he's
I'm
so
like, well,
sweet.
they have to go out every 2 days.
No,
Well, no,
Really?
that,
Didn't
I was
say
trying to
that?
cover
I thought
the
I saw it,
person
though,
picking it up, because,
No, Kelly read something, he added that line. She
I think it
hadn't
was
seen
this
Yeah,
here,
where did you
the
see
1
that?
to 2
Yeah.
family. It was right before that or something.
yeah, wait, I can tell you where it is. But
he wrote it in.
I'm
his
willing to
thing.
take that away now, because I don't want it, that,
Yeah,
No,
yeah, you were gonna
that's
give
for
him
the
2
owner.
days.
That's the-
And now you're only saying 24 hours.
that was not the owner, that was for the plan that they, or for the control.
What difference does it make? That you were giving him 2 days
I
there,
want them to get those boxes clean, so the owner doesn't have as much trouble,
so it's
you
2
know.
days, 48 hours, that's perfect, that's what I said.
but not the owner. The owner has to be able to get it out of there before that. You know. 'Cause
Should we
if
have a
not-
hearing on this?
Well,
That'd
it's
be
not
kinda
schedule?
cool. That would be kind of cool to have the people that have these bins and hear what they have to say on it.
You gonna do a hearing at the next meeting?
What do you think?
Put it this way here, that's fine,
Tricia?
you know,
See, was it right here when we were talking about it though? And then he said 2 days.
Yeah, it's about maintenance. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
about maintenance.
so
What
that
do you
has to
think
do,
about doing a hearing? No, we had a hearing before they both came in there up for all the chickens.
yeah. but
Do you want to do a hearing? for
Does
the
that
bin?
sound fun?
No, but then we can get some feedback as to what's going on here and how long it might take and why maybe one person on duty is not gonna be able to clean up the parking lot and not man the register. I don't know, I'm just trying to.
No, I'm not saying you have to
Be
come out and get it
realistic.
during the day. There's no way,
How about at night, in the middle of the night?
no, at 24 hours,
Poor
you're not
woman at
open.
Seymour got robbed and beaten up in the parking lot.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Put
we
this
don't
way,
care about
you get robbed and beaten up in your
that.
house.
She should have been over there picking up the bin, is what you're saying.
Whatever.
I'm just
We
saying,
told
that
Arcade
stuff
they have to pick it
happens.
up every night. At the
Why
end
don't we
of the
just,
day.
why don't we just require that they come out every 2 days, like you said? At busy locations, they should
The
come out every 2 days.
owner
because
has
if
no
they come
responsibility
Friday,
now.
then they don't have to come again until
We're back to
Monday.
busy location now. You're just saying, no, that's busy, all of them are busy, they're just hidden, we don't see it.
I'm not saying just that
No.
one location, I'm just saying they should be able to judge how often they should be going out there by how
They're not.
full these bins are,
They're
because it's
not.
not like one day it's really full and the next day.
But they
it's
will
like
have to,
not.
because
They're
now
not.
it's gonna be on them
No, what I'm
versus
saying
us
is-
calling Planet Aid. We've been calling, we shouldn't be doing that any longer. We
No.
shouldn't be helping them.
When you
Let
say
them
48 hours,
Pick it up.
that's for Planet Aid, and that's, I can live with that, I guess. But it can't be a 3-4 day weekend type thing. You can't come Thursday and then come on Monday, or come on Tuesday. Like one day, one week, oh, their driver was feeling, or he was a new driver, didn't know where to go. It was out there for 4 days. Somebody should have
I
got
just think that
violated
you
for that.
just put in the permit that they have to fill out that, and the people who own the bins have to sign it too.
Correct.
Well, we
The
did that
people who
already,
own the
So then we
bins.
put that
We
in
have the
on
one.
there,
Yeah.
that they have to come out at least twice a week.
But we don't have that here somewhere.
No,
I
not
don't
twice
know
a
why
week.
we
That's
have
not
it.
good.
Permit.
That's not good
Every
enough.
2 days.
Put it on the
Twice a
permit.
week.
Because it's not good enough. They're doing,
I don't know if you're
More
being
frequent
realistic,
than that.
Winnie.
Yeah.
I don't know if, I just don't know. And I'm not trying to be difficult. I don't know if that's being realistic.
what I'm saying is, we're writing a whole regulation, just forget it. It's not gonna work. Because the owner now has no responsibility. Forget
Alright, so
$750.
Let's not do it.
Zero,
Let's
yeah.
go on to the next thing. We just won't do
Well, I mean,
it.
How old are we guys? Come on.
Uh,
Anyway, we'll go back to the time and
This
so
is
that we
gonna
can
help.
agree,
It is gonna
but I'm
help,
just saying
you know?
that
it won't, you won't, okay. No, it's-
Having fines now. going
You're
directly
throwing
to
it.
them?
You can't get a fine if you make it so long that the owner never has to do anything. He's gonna
I
wait
don't
for
understand
Planet
that
Aid to come
argument,
and get
though.
it.
I think that's where I'm
But Vinny, we
missing.
didn't have all these things in
Guidelines.
place before.
We could have just taken our normal littering thing and gone up and said you're littering.
But now we're
Yeah.
making them get a permit and they have to read up, they'll know exactly what's gonna happen. Like, this is the real deal.
So.
You don't- you cannot
if-
get until you
Okay, if you
try
don't
it.
leave a time frame in there, if there's stuff out there, they get fined.
Like I said, 24 to 48
That's
hours.
it.
Say that again?
If you don't have a time limit, then the minute I go by or Bruce goes by,
You have to
there's
give
stuff out
them
there.
time to remedy. You can't just do that.
Well,
You can't
that's
just
what I'm saying,
immediately go out.
because that would affect them during their workday. I'm saying when you close shop, you clean, you lock your business, you lock your dumpster, you clean that site. If not, you don't have any, there's no way you'll ever use the fine system. Because
Well,
you'll
it's
be
just-
picked up by the other
It should
people.
be somewhere where they see that. I mean, they should know. It's not just the people who are picking up the bins.
But that's what it'll be like if you
responsibility.
give them 48 hours, and that's more than twice a week, by the way. There's a week of 7 days, not 5 days.
Yeah, but then the owners would have to pick up in between.
Fine, then
But if they go out twice a week and empty the dumpsters, then the bins, then
it has to be. Do the math.
that's 48 hours.
Every 2 days, there's 7 days in a week. It's 3 times at least. It's 3 and a third.
48 hours. That's too many.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is, it's not twice a week, it's every 2 days. But that's basically Planet Aid.
So the weekdays is why I'm saying that, because they're not open on the weekends.
Then this is the biggest problem. It's the
On the
weekend.
weekend,
It's
I
not during the
know.
week.
Schools aren't open on the weekend. What are you gonna do about them? You're gonna give a fine to the town every time there's something out there?
It's rarely at that one. I've seen it twice in 2 years. And I've seen
How often
humming
do you go
Larry.
around there?
I go by there every single day.
I need to.
So, and
So
it's,
you go over on the side where the yellow bins are?
yeah,
Oh,
I
really?
look.
Do you drop off your kids?
No.
How would you see those? You
you
can't see
can-
those.
no,
just
no,
right
the bins are, when you go Blackstone Street, the bins are right there. They're right near our,
Oh, no. Down by
Harpin.
Tuttle.
oh, I don't go to that school.
That's what I just.
Okay, sorry.
Harpin, there's 4 bins right up there, up at
Yeah.
the softball field.
So what
Guys.
happens? They're not open.
24 to 48 hours. That's it. Just write 24 to 48 and just stop right there.
Okay.
Because this is gonna, we're not getting anywhere. You
All right, I
want
agree.
24, she wants 48, 24 to 48. Boom,
Okay.
done.
I just think 24 is just not realistic.
And he doesn't think 48 is, so
Right.
24 to 48 and everyone's happy.
At least
and I
this
really
is a
don't-
start.
Okay, fine, that's fine. 24 to 40.
Thank you.
That's
Unless you
going
want to
on-
do 36.
Can you put that in, I think they should on it.
Is that gonna be under section 9?
Yes, we're
violation?
gonna do
God.
section 9, but we're gonna define what a violation
See,
is.
Trish-
Anything
Trish is a
outside
good
of the
mediator.
bin.
Or she just talked this out of a,
I know, it should be like,
Well, she's
Doing
been saying
divorces or
24 to
something.
48.
Well,
And you're
she-
saying, no, you
no,
can't
The
do
whole
the
time I've
range.
been saying
I
24 to
know.
48.
Okay, but you did
So
say
you,
48 for
both
a
of you
while,
did
and then-
not agree to
I-
24 to 48.
Yes, I did.
You said 24 is unrealistic,
Yeah.
and he said 48. is.
Yeah,
So
and you
it's
said 24, I'm like, that sounds fine.
Can I
but you can't
chime
do
in
it.
just a
Okay.
second? I don't want to get a call on Saturday and have to go out and start the clock ticking.
Well, you're not getting calls on the weekends.
Right.
Okay,
About littering.
Right.
Neither are you,
Okay,
Bruce is.
Okay.
Right,
I haven't called them really.
texting, because
Text.
I know we're going text, no texts. Littering is not an emergency,
Okay,
all right? I know it is to you, but it isn't.
okay.
all right? Okay. So violations,
Unless it's on your own front lawn.
yeah,
Well, yeah, that's another story.
we're gonna put it, for Christmas,
put
I
a
think we
bin
should
out
put
there,
a
yeah.
bin. We're gonna put
that's
that
it.
book
Brady
bin.
gets the abandoned bins.
We're gonna put it over there, where that land is.
You can use it for firewood.
They can just go right in there. Put it in, put it in. How much money is in there? Well, you can't now
Bruce,
because.
so
no
you're
residential.
gonna, you'll reach
No
out to one of the other
residential.
book companies and see if they're interested in.
I will,
taking
yeah,
those
no,
books.
Yeah.
I can
And then
Right,
maybe
so-
we can
I'll go
probably
by
get a
Larry's.
scrap metal person that will come take
go
that.
by
too.
Larry's and pick up my 12 pack from when the Red Sox win and
Oh, she's still on. We're gonna take her.
Outside,
She signed off.
any items
Go ahead.
outside of bins
no, that's, I'm just trying to say that she signed off because
is considered a violation, no?
Is it?
We have to tell them what a violation is.
Correct.
So any items outside of bins is considered, is that a violation?
Yep, right.
Um,
let me put my head around that and I'll put
Yeah.
something in the email. if
And
you
Now,
then-
should you also state that, you know, like, since it's been brought up, television sets, tires, paints, oil-based, not latex.
What's
And
number
other
7?
types of organic matter are hazardous waste.
What does that have to do?
Those should never be put there.
Oh, yeah.
That just seen is a big
How about
violation.
all those pool chemicals that were out there?
Right, well, I took care of that.
I mean,
I
the
know.
only thing that's supposed to be
DPW.
there is shoes and clothes,
On the,
period.
on the assigned, which is a good step, it says no furniture, no TVs, electronics, no tires, no mattresses, no trash.
Doesn't work though. You know, the people can't read, you know, Kelly said that.
They do.
I'll never forget that person said that.
No, but I mean,
Items need to be removed within 24 to 48 hours or penalties start.
Right,
Right?
Yep.
I can't read my own lines.
So, but should we want to call, you know, because we're concerned agents of the
If
town.
you are that concerned, you go for it.
Okay,
What is it gonna go? for?
Whatever he wants, anything, if he wants to go, if he's that concerned, it's been 24 hours and he thinks,
You never go inside.
but he's not gonna have anyone else go do it. He's gonna.
that's
do
right.
it.
That's right.
You
You
have
wanna shake on that too?
Go ahead.
Just want to do it.
Go ahead, that was your agreement. I-
If you
I was
shake,
reading
you have to
something.
help.
I'm not shaking that, no.
You know,
All right,
it's
let's
a-
do like this.
it's a gentleman,
is that your notes?
agreement.
Yeah. I got you have the violation
you want me
section.
to go scan them?
Items needed to be removed within 24, 48 hours or penalties start.
Well, on the way out, we'll hit the
You can just-
copy machine,
All
right? So then you can, have them-
All right.
we'll run them through the copy on the way
Okay,
out.
so,
So
So
Bruce is gonna make the edits, then they're gonna go to town
Town
council,
council.
or they come and then
town
after
council,
that,
and
are
then
you
we're gonna.
So I'm gonna tweak
Are you
it and
asking
then
the
email it
people
to each of you.
come to the meeting or no?
No.
Sorry. Oh, and they're gonna get the application.
correct.
Yep,
We have
she
to
sent
review,
that.
we have to review the application on the next meeting. So the next meeting, we'll have it reviewed, hopefully already by town council
Correct.
and the application, and then we can hopefully motion.
I don't think
For
it's
January.
much here since other
She
towns
probably
have it.
needs to
Town
review the
council.
application too, though.
Yeah,
So we have to do.
Yeah, you'll
just
forward
change
to me
the town. I'm sure.
and
it's just the town.
I'll email it to each of you, take a look at it and
I
then
sent it.
we'll finalize for next meeting. How's that?
Sounds good.
Oh, we didn't talk about max bins in the whole town.
Okay. How
Well,
many
we
you
don't
think we
know
have,
how
or do
many
we
we
have to
have.
count now?
Well, I'll look for I have a spreadsheet on my
Okay.
computer, and I know it's not updated because I know some are gone and some have been.
Right.
So,
So that sounds like we're gonna do lunch one of these days.
sorry, during lunch you'll do it?
Yeah.
We should ask that guy in that silver car over by Larry's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, he's there all
Every
the
day.
time.
Yeah, constantly.
What the hell is he doing?
He's working, no, he's working on his computer. his little
Yeah, I think
iPhone.
he's taking a lunch hour.
Yeah,
He's
but
always
I think he's a
sitting beside me.
salesman or what it's called.
He's
All right,
handicapped.
so
Yeah, he's got a handicap.
max per town,
Put it this way,
I'll
I've
find my
taken
spreadsheet
pictures
and I'll
and
send
he
it to
hasn't
you.
moved. I said, you
All
know,
right, let's move on, please,
Maybe he
please.
lives there.
All right,
He's there a lot.
he is there every day. Well, not every other
So If
day.
he sees any illegal something.
I've been doing
All right,
stakeouts
next
too.
thing is betterment updates. All right, I had a question on this. This came to my attention only because I'm on it every day, all day long. But some of the addresses, there's like 2 or 3 addresses that came up. I'm like, oh, that address sounds so familiar.
They didn't get 2 loans.
Yeah.
No,
There's 3 of them
really?
that got betterments and they're under agreement. And one was just last month.
Oh, under agreement, I get it. How'd that happen?
Well, there's no way to check. Think about it. There's no way for
So
Laura
they
to
got
check.
the loan and then they turned around and sold
They
it?
sold it. It's under agreement. So I've got 3 of them.
Do you, how did you see it? Through the MLS listing or?
Yeah.
Okay,
I got 3 of them.
so what do we?
So the one in,
So they're supposed to pay that in full.
Yeah, but it ruins the loan program.
We don't
Exactly.
get the interest.
and they signed the contract that said, and this is where I was gonna ask, I think we should be a little more. It says, I certify below that we have no intentions of selling this home within the next 6 months. And our house has not been listed within the last 6 months, and they signed it. This one, they signed the contract, I think, September 6th, and they went under agreement September 29th.
Is there a way to put a penalty? in?
That's what I was gonna say. I was
Yeah.
thinking a prepayment penalty
Correct, yeah.
and make it kind of longer than 6 months, because you can plan it out. Say, I'm gonna sell in December, I'm gonna get the betterment loan and
Yeah,
sell.
but properties have been selling like crazy.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
knew,
but, you know,
they knew they were gonna
had
get
to
a
know
betterment
29
loan.
days later.
We don't want them to get the loan.
No, no,
to sell.
exactly.
That's not what the
That's not,
loan
I,
is for.
yeah.
So now doesn't their loan get a vote though?
It gets
No,
paid
what
off.
happens is instead of.
We already gave it to them?
Yeah, we already
Yeah.
signed it. Everything's been done, and then they went ahead and put it on the market and sold it.
So when did they sign? I thought you said September.
They get
September-
their loan on the
September,
6th,
what was it?
whatever it was.
Did they
Six-
close?
The 6th and the
They're under
29th.
agreement
29.
on
So
the 29th. like
23
not even
days
2
later,
weeks
they sold.
later, They got it on.
3 weeks.
It was probably on MLS. That's the thing. We have to have a procedure. And we have to check them, because right now Betsy can get access to MLS. I know she's on there.
So that's a default on the loan, can't we call it?
It's a default on the.
Yeah, so what's it gonna
They
be?
Defaulted,
It's on, according
a
to this.
condition.
Yes,
That's
but
a default.
there's no prepayment, there's no penalty. We have nothing in place on what
Okay,
happens
fine.
if
We have
they.
to have a
who's, I can go over to the collector's office, who's the,
It should be whatever the interest would be is what the. prepaid-
Correct, yeah.
But
that's it.
there's nothing, we have no agreement now.
I know,
So
but we
going
have to go
forward.
Going forward, you can't.
Because I was like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, these look so familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. This one signed 7 months later under agreement.
Okay, so that's kosher, 7 months.
Yeah, right now, but I think that should be longer,
Okay,
just because they could be fine. This one, they signed on the 7th of June under agreement on the 16th of June.
what the hell?
that's
That's
not
a
even
week.
2 weeks. 1 week.
And then
2
this
days.
one, 6 months again. So don't tell me that wasn't clean.
Okay,
They're not using it. 6 months is not enough to get. No, it's
Is that-
not.
no, okay, fine, okay,
No.
yeah.
So that's what I was gonna suggest is make that
But we
longer.
either-
We have to have a procedure on checking it. And I think we should have a prepayment penalty.
Fine.
Even like a 5,000 or something.
I was gonna say. yeah,
Something
like
that
$3,000 or
makes them make
$4,000.
Well,
But make
so
it
here,
painful.
what would
Make
be
it
the interest
painful.
on the 20-year? It's 3% and 20%, what's that? 6. No, it's 1.
So what's the most expensive system? That's what I would say.
30. We have
30.
30.
We've had some at 30 because of.
I have one now, 35.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 35, all right, so 35,
Well, say 30.
and it's
That's-
3%. So what is the,
There's that one down the lake shore. it's gonna
Yeah,
be-
so
so is it
like-
$3,500?
No,
30,000.
No, it's
it's more.
Times.
Yeah, if I just-
Yeah, right, yeah, not that much money, really.
No,
It's
it's not.
So she's had 5, that's a lot more,
$900.
right?
It's not right.
That's like,
30,000 times 3%.
Yeah, 5,000 will almost be like a 20%.
But we gotta make a payment.
Well, no,
That's not the
but she's
reason
saying
for the
5 grand,
betterment.
it's
No,
an
I know, I
18%
know.
penalty. I guess they
But
do
that's
that.
only a year. So this is times
oh,
20, you're looking at that. That's only a year.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So 3% times 30 is 900, that's
Correct.
for the first year, and then
Right.
every year.
20, oh, yeah,
So you're gonna
But is
take
it-
take the time
that's
span
right,
and
though?
pull it from
Yeah,
6
over
months
20
to.
years.
Yeah. You
It's a
borrow
20
30
year
grand
loan.
I know.
at 3%, it's
At
cheap
30%,
money.
That's
It's-
not, that's not work, just like a mortgage, a car
But so,
payment, you're
yeah.
paying a lot more.
You-
Wow.
You're
Oh,
actually,
who puts that together? Is that our template and Laura does that, or is that something that comes up from,
you mean the agreement?
yeah,
That was the state thing, wasn't it?
No,
No.
Well, we have
No,
this.
no.
This is our application.
That's our
form,
application.
And we have them on here. I suggest, and it's just, and we can have a discussion about it. I think it should be, you're not gonna list the house for at least a year.
Okay, yeah. And
And I
then
think we should
5.
add a prepayment penalty if they pay off earlier.
they may not think that's much, but it'll stop them, let's say.
No, 5,000 is nothing compared to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is over 20 years.
I know, I
On
know.
a $30,000 system.
Right,
But I don't know, I saw that and I was like.
No, but
that's
it
not
puts
what the
money
purpose
back
of the
in and then we can
betterment.
loan it to somebody else.
Well,
though,
that's
but-
what it is.
Yeah,
And
they're
so
taking
they-
it away from people that need it and are gonna stay. And meanwhile, they're selling and using our money as a short term,
Yeah.
as a bridge loan.
yeah.
That's
Probably
not
because they
the
couldn't
intention.
qualify for a regular loan.
Yeah, that's-
Probably not, no, it wouldn't have been 3% either.
Yeah, they wouldn't, yeah, there's no qualifying for this. You make less than that, okay, fine. you can.
Yeah.
So it came to my attention, but we have to have a procedure in place.
5, you think it's still
Because
cheap?
how is the office
I
gonna
think 5
know?
is not enough.
First of all, when the
Yeah.
application comes in, do you even check to see if it was on the market for the last 6 months?
Yes,
You do. Do you check it after the fact? No.
no.
Probably not, no,
I
probably not.
know. So we have to have a procedure in place. And I asked Laura, I said, is there a way you can ask Betsy once a month? Can you just check these? They're in,
Yeah,
know.
well, Betsy will check it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to have a procedure because this, I don't even know how long this has been going on.
Yeah.
I just happened to see it. I'm like, God, that address looks familiar.
Okay, yeah, see,
The three of them.
good memory, yeah, for the
I'm
judge.
thinking like,
$7,000.
Prepayment penalty.
maybe it should be,
If you do 10% of whatever they borrowed, but
yeah. Can you even do that? I don't know if that's usury.
It could
No,
be, yeah.
yeah.
it could
I
be
think we
usury.
should ask town council. That's a
Town
town council
council, yeah.
question.
Yeah,
Because that's a contract anyway.
Yeah, what qualifies as a
Maybe
usury,
Mary might even know.
usurious rate? Yeah,
And
yeah,
we
then-
have one in 2 weeks, that's crazy.
And then
Yeah.
have something in the system where it actually alerts them when it's being paid off earlier than a certain date. Like if you got the betterment loan on June 15th, then it's okay to sell it, to pay it off a year later, and that's not a lot, but anyway.
Yeah.
Something in the system with the assessor, if they got a payoff letter for this,
right.
that, oh, we gotta give it that prepayment penalty.
or if they even listed it in the last year and then took it off.
Just because they didn't accept it.
If they take it off, how do you track it?
It's on MLS.
Yeah. if you
Yeah, but
Google
does
their
that count?
address on-
Yeah.
It will say off.
Because if they found
off
out,
market.
they're like,
Okay.
oh, we can't sell it, what are we gonna do?
Oh, no, what I'm saying is, I thought you said if they put it on, and I realized, oh geez, I'm gonna be in violation, they pull it off, that's fine.
To get on to the MLS, though, don't you have to have
Why
some
would you say that?
credential or?
They
can
put it on
You
the
just
anybody do it?
Google an address,
You
you
put it on
can
the-
find all that
Right.
information
Okay.
if it was, if it's
Well,
been
they
listed.
didn't, oh,
or not.
no, I'm not talking about not passing,
Oh.
I'm saying, you already had the system prepared.
Yeah.
And.
Oh, that has nothing to do with
Right,
that.
right.
But they're using it, our money,
Correct, and the
To
loan was
fix
never
it.
intended for that, it
never.
was to help
intended for
people who were gonna
that. But
stay. in
meanwhile, you
there.
had people on the list that were bumped because they were waiting in line, and these people
Correct.
just wanted, they're just gonna get their money in a month later, that's
Yeah.
not fair.
Unfortunately, with these three, you think we had somebody we bumped? Probably not. 'cause
I
we
have
had
no
the money.
idea, but it's.
No, we
that's
had,
why.
it's a principle, you're wasting loan money that was given to,
Unfortunately, now
we
we
can, oh,
in recovery.
I think we should call the one, just, not, we're gonna do anything, but saying, you know, you signed something saying you weren't going to sell it.
Yeah,
correct,
Right.
especially when it's
And
not
now
even
2
close to
weeks
6 months.
after,
Yeah,
The one that did it at 7,
it would be.
we can let him
worth it.
skate, the other 2 should get a call saying,
Well,
hey.
the other ones are 6 and 7 months, this one's 2 weeks.
I know, and the other one's
So-
a little less than, a little more.
There's nothing we can do, but I mean,
No.
they signed that, they obviously didn't read it,
Correct, yeah. You know.
Well, 6 months, I mean,
that's not much, yeah, that's.
Well,
why I think it should be
7.
a year.
Well, I'm saying, if you make it a year,
I
that's
think it should be
better.
a year.
Yeah, make it a year, yeah, make it, change it. But the thing
but
is,
even then, you
it-
still don't make the interest.
how do you,
to
yeah, but
rebuild
even
the
still, you
program.
gotta have an enforcement in place to be able.
no, what I'm
Procedure.
saying is, the
Yeah.
person who did it at 7 months, they didn't violate the rule,
No, they
even
didn't.
though it's not nice, they
Right.
didn't violate the rule.
Yeah.
But
6
they
months.
still used our loan.
They did,
For their benefit.
But the others violated the rule that they
For the
signed.
town's money.
I guess it was no penalty when you signed this on penalties. You know, perjury, you can't do that. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's sort of like signing an agreement, back out after you get the money. See you later, goodbye.
And so can we ask Mary or town council what we can charge, what the max we can charge on a prepayment penalty?
Right.
Because I think there should be one.
Right, it's probably gonna be like 10% you watch, so. 3
Of
grand.
what? Of the whole balance that they borrowed?
To other,
Yeah.
what other
Yeah.
towns do
So
the
3
renovate
grand.
program?
On 30, that's not that much money.
Rentham.
But so if I was gonna sell my house in this market, and I had a $3,000 penalty.
I'm not
it'd be
sure
a
if
check.
Blackstone does.
Yeah, I don't think.
Franklin doesn't.
There's not many towns because they're not good
I
at.
think
bookkeeping.
Medway does.
I'm just curious. if
There's
they
very
have
few
anything like
towns
that.
still.
Yeah, I'll
doing
ask,
this.
I'll ask,
That's Mary. I don't even know.
You realize there's only like 3 to 5 towns still doing this
I
program
know.
out of 351. That's why I went to
How many?
3 to 5 towns left.
That's it.
It's
Out of
minimum.
351
It's
towns.
unbelievable.
Yeah, not a lot.
When we started
to
working
Why?
in 95,
It's a lot, Mary, I mean. Poor Kristen, I don't know.
in 1995, there was 320 or 330
It's not
towns.
easy.
The only towns that didn't do it in cities were Seward, completely Seward.
Do we want Bruce to call this one that just did it 2 weeks later?
Yeah, I don't know. You want to
I mean,
Bruce,
there's nothing we can do about it, but.
say, hey, you signed the
did sign
agreement.
something saying that, you we're gonna pay that, but I
Yeah.
guess it really doesn't do anything.
I guess you could say like,
Um,
you're taking
yeah.
money from someone who really needs it. You used it just to pay something. That's not very nice. Whatever. They probably say that, well,
No, it's water under the bridge. I mean, what is, he can call
Yeah.
and say that and then what?
yeah.
I
I know.
know,
Guy
I'm
would be
just
like,
thinking,
"Mom,
but,
They're
say
probably
it,"
gonna hang up on
hey,
you.
you violated your loan.
Unless you know this person.
Who is it?
I don't know what they are. Can you,
Text me the address
is-
tomorrow.
I've got them over here.
Okay.
Well, let me write the dates. down.
Okay, yeah.
Um, is there the agreement? Do you have the agreement that they actually signed? Don't they have like some kind of contract or something?
Yeah, I'll have to,
See
yeah,
if there's anything on there.
yeah,
I
check the
don't think
agreement.
there is.
I don't think there is, but
These ones- This one just, look at just happened.
and I do remember those.
This one went on, UAG means under agreement. On, oh, look. It went under agreement before they got approved, so no one checked to see if that one was on the market prior to 6 months.
Really. Now, if it's
This is
under
the
agreement,
con,
does
this
that
is
mean
the
it doesn't?
contract date with the town, and this is when it went under agreement on MLS.
Yeah, but
It was 20 days prior,
what was the application time for us?
9/29.
No, but I mean, that's when we approved it. What,
This is what these, I don't know if this is the application date or the approve, I don't know.
Yeah,
Laura
that's-
gave
you know
me
what I mean?
the
Either
dates.
way, the
It's
application
still
date precedes
not
that
6
date.
months, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Precedes it even
but it
more.
was, this was on the market, and we didn't catch that.
I do remember that one. 2 days ago.
I'll send it to you in an email, I can't. find it.
yeah,
It's all in emails.
because we do check,
So if we can check that, maybe check that.
we check it as the application comes in, but sometimes we don't see the application until meeting, which is, 2-3
You
weeks.
ask- you check with Betsy, is that her MLS?
Yeah.
Good, all right, well, I just happened upon that one.
We invite Betsy to our office quite frequently because she brings us cookies.
That's, MLS is something. All right,
So.
do we know the balance, how much we have left in the balance, do we know?
I'll get that. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we. Oh, either slowing down or is it because people just aren't doing it?
I don't know what they want to
I,
sell.
I tell all the Title V people, there's still plenty, so.
Okay. Move on.
All right, Ruth Ellen, 64 Ruth Ellen, I went out with one of Tracy's associates and did an inspection and everything has been properly put in its place, cleaned
The
up.
pen's
The
been moved?
pigs are gone, the ducks are gone,
The
the
chicken
bin, the
coop.
chicken coop was moved.
Wow, they did it well. within-
They have
That's
a
awesome.
bin for the manure and they've spread hay and lime over what's left. Hopefully
Wow.
it gets a chance to dry up. The pigs made a huge mess before, but
I would probably think, yeah.
it's
That's great.
way better.
That's wonderful.
See, they asked for an
But why-
extension, they never even needed it.
Yeah,
really.
but at least they had it.
No, they had it, so they.
No,
did
she
it.
ended up coming back from New York and having a crew come in and help her do it, because then
I
you'll
just
see
don't
in your
think, I
packet.
don't think
there,
there
there's
were,
a-
the complaints were in earlier than this though, because it sounds like they would have been agreeable to fix this stuff.
I agree, I think maybe, they should have gone and talked to their neighbors first, before they.
But I don't think, I'm saying the neighbors, I don't think made the complaints to the office, because this is the first that. I
Right,
heard.
well, maybe they waited, trying to figure out, if
But
it's gonna
they,
get
you know,
better. Remember, the rain was
it
unbelievable.
was, this year
during
was
that.
pretty bad.
Those storms were pretty bad. So,
We had sent them a warning letter
a while back. right?
Yeah, I mean, it was on the second complaint that we actually followed through and went out there.
Okay, fine.
I mean, the first time we sent them a, you know, a warning letter saying, hey, your neighbors are complaining.
Correct. Clean up. the mess.
Yeah, clean up the mess.
You
That's
figured
good.
that would work, but it didn't.
And then there's a certification here that the goats have seen the.
There's a goat veterinary service. Who knew?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a business around.
That sure is.
Well, you know, there are a lot of goats in Massachusetts. Yeah.
All right, flu clinics.
so flu clinics, the senior center had theirs. We had our one at the town hall yesterday, and then on Friday, the high school will have theirs. And so everybody, anybody can listen to our fan club, it's real easy to get an appointment, just walking over at the
Okay.
Walgreens from 9 to 1, and then 1, I mean, and then 2 to 4.
This is for Florida.
This is for the flu.
Okay.
And the pharmacist gives an excellent shot. You haven't even feel it.
Oh, come on. I felt mine twice.
Which-
It hurt
which
like
one?
hell. Both of them.
The lady here
Comes
was,
to me, I'll give you a
The
shot.
lady
my
was
God, it
fantastic.
hurt.
no, here, I felt that one,
It hurt.
But yeah,
but
yeah,
I
well,
don't have a lot of, yeah, I don't have a
I got
lot
a
of
little
meat.
That
extra.
hurt, huh?
Yeah, you get a lot of meat. Well, I don't have a lot of meat.
Did you get one already this year?
I don't want the flu shot.
Oh, you don't? What are you talking about? Oh, you got
That
that?
hurt.
Oh, the COVID
Oh,
shot.
that
No, that's
one
not
does
as nice.
hurt.
Oh, okay. Everyone's
No.
like, oh, we need Billy Deal. I don't know.
No, I could not lift my arm.
I couldn't either. I
Past
was like,
the.
that's
No, I
it
didn't
made
feel-
me
I didn't have
laugh
any
so
problem.
hard. 'cause
I
I'm
couldn't
like,
even-
literally couldn't
I'm a
get it.
side sleeper.
It was
so I
sore
had to
for
sleep
like
on the
a
opposite
day.
side.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
I'm a
like 2
side
days. I
sleeper.
couldn't even go
No,
like
no,
this.
postage stamp size, that's all it was. It was pretty easy.
Just
All
like
right,
that.
so moving down there, we've got one plan, and then I've got a waiver request for an existing septic, but they want to do an addition to their house that would put the house closer than 10 feet to the septic tank. Still far enough away from the system, so I'm recommending
Okay.
a pollard area between the tank and the new foundation.
Yeah, it's Polly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we?
All right, so here's the plan with the waivers.
I'd like to make a local upgrade approval request for, what's it,
61 Moody.
61 Moody Street. Request 310 CMR 15405 1A, allow 5 feet, 5.4 feet.
Yep.
From the system to the side lot line where 10 is required. Allow 3.8 feet from the rail line, property line where 10 is required. 310 CMR 15405 1A, allow septic tank to be installed 3.4 feet from the property line where 10 feet is required. And then 310 CMR 15405 1B, allow the septic tank to be installed 5 feet from the foundation where 10 is required. And then 310 CMR 15405 1B, to allow system to be installed 12 feet from the foundation where 20 feet required. Then 310 CMR 15405 1B, to allow the system to be installed 5.5 feet to a garage slab where 10 feet is required.
Right, I second that.
That's it.
All those in favor say aye.
I,
Aye, motion is passed.
Very tight quarters on that.
that one is 61.
That's Rockland? Which
Yeah.
one was that? Rockland?
61, no,
Oh,
61
Moody.
Moody, yeah. That's the corner one.
Are they all?
So
No,
we're
that
gonna
was,
see
remember the
this
house
one?
that was abandoned?
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Yep, got
We're
it.
gonna sell that one.
Is that the? Is that over across where the
You know where
Assumption
CVS
School was?
The,
Yes,
the,
where
the new
Assumption-
CVS, that little street
Yeah.
at the light, that's
The
Moody Street.
Assumption School.
Yeah. Well, used to be.
There
something.
used to be the church.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Back pocket lot, where the kids used to go play in there.
And then the next one, here's a sketch here. It shows that they want to do the addition and its location to the tank would be, what does it say there? Does it say 5 feet?
5 feet, yeah.
So that would be 310 504 1B.
First two things.
10,
You tell me.
Well,
there's-
15, 504, 405,
405.
405, okay.
'cause then you say, "Nope, we're gonna do it once a month."
And that's Rockland?
Yeah, 4 Rockland.
Okay, I'd like to make a request for a local upgrade approval for 4 Rockland Circle.
Two here, two.
Request 310 405 1B,
To allow the septic
to
tank.
allow the septic tank to be 5 feet where 10 feet is required.
From where? To, From the what?
From the septic tank.
Septic tank to the addition foundation, let's say, yeah, it'd be the addition.
And then what they'll do to mitigate is they'll put a poly
Put a
barrier.
40 mil
with the new
poly
foundation.
barrier,
Yeah.
so. Oh, sorry.
Right, I second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
So we're gonna do just sign on this.
It's for a foundation permit, I'll just let you
That's
know
all.
you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Because the septic's already there. It's-
Okay, yeah, I got it, That's right. But could they check that?
Who's the next
Yeah, I
one?
check them.
No, I'm saying, that-
No, but when Tim has an addition, I pull the plan.
right.
Oh, were we supposed to make a motion on the septic betterment 1 year thing?
Oh, we could do that.
We'll do that right now.
The repayment penalty.
Oh, okay.
We just don't know what it
We'll
is
just
yet.
have to determine what.
We
What
have to
Okay.
update the,
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that we change our application for the betterment loans to include no listing, no sales of the property within 1 year of receiving the loan.
before or after, right?
Yeah, before or after, right? Receiving the loan. And also that there'd be a prepayment penalty as soon as we find out from town council or, let's see, finance,
Yeah.
what that penalty is allowed, then we'll make that
Amount to be
amount
determined, yeah.
be determined later.
we don't have any
Okay.
applications out there right now, right?
No,
So get rid of all those applications and change that.
yep,
on
Right,
application.
correct.
I'll pull them.
Is there one we had to sign for tonight?
Yeah, the other one was a,
The other
Request for
is,
building
it's a
permit.
foundation permit.
Oh,
right, so.
all right.
Oh, there's no bills.
Those bills?
Those, oh, yeah, the payroll,
Okay.
Oh, there
payroll.
is. We'll just pay it. It's my reason.
Yeah. It'll be in 24 to 48 hours.
I'll wait. I'm patient.
I knew you would say that. so. With Band-Aids.
so the state went to a new reporting system, they did away with the prep mod, they're using color. So I went through the whole certification process and I'm certified again to be able to order and track and monitor vaccinations. Stay current with
We
it.
don't need a town doctor anymore.
We still do, yes.
Oh, we
Eric.
do?
Yep, Eric is,
Do you have one?
Eric, Chris's buddy, Dr. Eric, I can't think of his last name right now.
So we
Okay,
could have
but
got
he's-
vaccine for free. Anyway,
No, I'm asking because I read it by one of the doctors that I work with and she told me to send an email, but I didn't know if we still needed one or if
So
we're good now.
this one I can sign it.
Oh, you have somebody else that's interested, maybe we can use that as backup.
This one I can do, yeah.
I mean, if we have one, we'll
What's
stick
that?
with what
It's
we
the,
have.
18
Donation
hours.
bin thing.
18 hours
Oh,
per week,
okay.
So,
This here, do we sign
yeah,
this?
the other one. is-
That's, okay, yeah, sign
Oh, yeah, we
it.
can sign
Yeah,
it.
sign that. That's, okay, I like that. That works. I'll
Yeah.
put it in the folder.
This is that plan
Yeah, just, yeah,
for the foundation permit, so.
I'll put it in the folder, then we have it.
It is. So, yeah, that way there, when someone does a Title V, they won't.
Yeah, they won't say, oh, it's too close. Yeah.
Did she date her signatures on that one?
Not that one.
He's got it in front of him.
Oh, did Trish date her?
Yes,
last?
sir.
Yeah, she did. Okay.
I wrote 21 on the sticker, I just realized.
Yeah.
On the Band-Aid.
Yeah, can you just take that off? And
Yeah, I'll take it. Let's see, it's I'll do it for you there.
Thanks.
Close enough. Hang on, let's see if I can make that loop. Okay, looks just like yours.
That week.
Right, so we,
Assist.
What?
Assist is an assist.
Assisted my signature.
do I hear the motion to,
Any other,
I'll
what
make-
do we have? Good and welfare, anybody? Used it up.
I make a bid. Okay, make a
Somebody
motion to
was there.
adjourn.
All right,
Yeah, I
second
know.
that.
It was like
No.
loving this, you know. It was,
All those in favor?
I
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion
I,
passes.
yeah, so now we just the other.
I